for us for our products. It's the delivery system. It's the technology that makes our products unique. We don't do Me Too products. We do something unique. XDS is the technology that allows our ingredients to not just get through your cell walls, but deeper through the walls of your mitochondria. We actually increase the mitochondria in your body back to a younger age. We're the only product that does it. Look, you don't run out of our product.
One Sunday morning, I took out the window, the sun was checking off my Venetian blind. I have never been Venetian blind.
CEO Roger Hill. Roger, are you there?
Sergeant, always. This is why
Great to be with you, Dale.
Hey, you are coming through loud and clear, my friend. Take it away.
Okay, and great to be with so many of you as well. You know, every week we look forward to doing our health and wellness calls and greeting so many of you from around the United States, Canada, South America, and increasingly around the world. I think we were looking this up, and we've got people joining us from literally every continent, except maybe Antarctica. So each week we take on pertinent health topics. You know, in recent weeks we talked about various things having to do with, you know, your blood pressure, your blood sugar. This week, we're going to be talking about your immune system. We're going to relate it to mitochondria as well. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce you to us, particularly if you're new. By now, you might know that we're a nutraceutical company that's been noted for making some profoundly effective products for people and for their pets. I'd like you to know why that is. It's because of some very special science that our scientist, Dr. Bevan Elliott, my partner since 2015, created. You know, he's actually pioneering, I think, a new way to make all of us healthier. And it's based on this very simple concept. He wants to increase the amount of energy that your cells can produce. Why do you want to do that? Because everything takes energy. And you don't have as much of it as you used to. You know? Let me tell you what we call the mitochondrial story. That component in your cells that produces energy is called your mitochondria. And you had a lot of them when you were much younger. You remember then when you had all that energy, you barely knew what to do with it. But as you know, later in life, not so much. By the time you get to be 80 or 90, you'll be down to about 5 or 10% typically. Now, what happens along the way? Let me remind you what happens along the way. Most folks don't see as well, right? You might not have the strength and stamina, no might to it. You don't have the strength and stamina that you used to, okay? How about memory, mental acuity, right? Can't remember things quite as well. How about the way your systems perform that manage your blood sugar or your blood pressure? Those things get harder to maintain. I don't have to tell you about the weight. You know about that, right? How about being able to bounce back from injury and illnesses? All those things are affected by the loss of mitochondria. But what does Dr. Elliott come along and want to do? He wants to restore that. Because since 2015, we've been finding out.
If y'all haven't got your drinks, make sure you go get your drinks.
When you do that, you can regain a lot of that function that you lost. In many
Get
cases,
your pads and your
you
pens or pencils so you can take notes. You don't want to miss this.
Okay? So every week we present to you what happens when we do. That's what we're going to do then today. Now, he created a special science, something special called XDS. What it does is it reorganizes the molecules of his preferred ingredients so that they don't just get in your bloodstream or even into your cells. You need to get them all the way.
Today's topic is immune system function, the self-healing ability of the body, and mitochondria. You don't want to miss it.
Called ultra mito, that's an ultra mitochondria, and that's what Dale's going to tell you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everyone, the first product is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream. It's for your skin from head to toe. You even massage it in your scalp, put it in your hair. It's for anything that disturbs your skin. That could be a scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, a blemish, anything, a dark spot. We've got testimonials in our back office about the impact it's had for some people with painful varicose veins, with cellulite, with stretch marks, with the wrinkles on your face. And listen, it works like it does because it does not just sit on your skin. It soaks down straight to the bone. It gets into your muscles and your ligaments, your joints. It helps your back joints, your knee joints, your hands. And if you or anyone you know has something with your hands or feet, typically starts as tingling and can become very severe, you'll find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. The testimonials in the back office are astounding. And the next product is also astounding. It's called Restore. It's our first third-generation product, Restore 3.0. Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredibly powerful using as a base two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and flaxseed oil. They've both been used for thousands of years. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found flaxseed when they opened King Tut's tomb. They've been used because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. But Dr. Bevan has taken several elements and uses them in a special way. With olive oil, he's taken several elements and uses them to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, that's the unique thing. That's special. That's our name, more mito, short for mitochondria. When we can tune up and increase your mitochondria, simply put, your body starts to work the way it's supposed to, the way it should, the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses flaxseed oil to increase the energy in your body. But it's cellular energy. It's steady. It's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like an energy hit you might get from caffeine or sugar with a hit, but then a big valley, a crash afterwards. Cellular energy is steady. Imagine being able to start and complete a task without a need to rest. Imagine no.
Oh my God. Y'all give me 1 second. My apologies. We'll get right back online. I did not realize my battery was low. But as again, we're talking about how to get your body strong, where your get your mitochondria strong, where your body can fix itself. And we're going to show you by doing it the natural way that your body can fix itself just the way God designed it. And what we're talking about are the more mito products. They're all natural. We have the Restore Oil, Rejuvenate Gel. We also have the mini Rejuvenate Gels, or the travel size. And we have the Pet Life, because we don't want to leave our furry friends out, right? They have mitochondria as well. And so their mitochondria has to be built up, just like our mitochondria gets to be built up. And if y'all didn't know it, one of the things that happens with pets, oftentimes we're not feeling well. And so pets take on what we have and they actually get it. So you definitely wanted to listen. If you have not got your drinks, go get your drinks. If you're like me, because this is going to take a little while, I get 2 drinks. Love drinking my water, but you can, you choose the drink of your choice. Make sure you get your pens or pencils and your notepads, because you definitely want to take a lot of notes, because you deserve to get your mitochondria strong so that anything that's going on with your body can fix itself. So if you're not an infant, then we know that you don't have 100% mitochondria. That means that your body has the ability to get healthier than it is. Many of us say that, I'm totally healthy, nothing's wrong with me. Okay, but then you take the product and then you see results. That's because your body is not 100% mitochondria strong. Oftentimes we think because we feel well that our bodies are 100% mitochondria strong, when they're absolutely not. For example, our owner, Mr. Roger Hill, was, he knew he had a gallstone. So not only did he pass a gallstone by getting on the products, but he actually passed a kidney stone that he was not aware of. So again, those of y'all that think that you're 100% strong, remember, you are not, you're not the doctor, but there's ways of getting your mitochondria strong. Okay.
This call is being recorded.
Okay. My apologies that my phone cut off.
Go after it, and then there's the big players.
This is actually Dr. Dan that's actually speaking. We have several doctors that are involved and share tips to help you get healthier.
Immune cells produced all through your body in different forms. The adenoids and the nasal passages, the and they're swelling up and being detoxed, brought down to the liver and out into the through the bowels and through the intestines and secreted out of the body. You got your spleen, and there's some cells in the line of the gut. They say 80% of what goes on is in the gut, the entire patches. Now, as the tonsils, a lot of you have your tonsils taken out, but this thymus gland, which starts off about as big as a tangerine when you're a baby, and shrinks down to almost nothing, unless you're taking powerful nutritional products. And I've seen MRIs where it rebuilds the thymus gland, where the T cells are produced. Very, very important. Now, the things that cause the immune system to be repressed or overactive, a lot of times are the same thing. By too much sugar and starches that become sugar in the body, are stressors that cause the adrenal gland to overreact, which at first when you're a little kid and you eat a lot of sugar, you want to run and jump and play and overactive and excited, get all this short-term energy from it, probably take a nap quickly. But nevertheless, for a little while you have too much energy. As you get older, your adrenal gland gets more exhausted. You don't get anything out of it. It just makes you feel less, and that represses the immune system. The lack of good sleep, the lack of exercise, lack of water, believe it or not, the lack of vitamin D, being out in the sun, and also picking up nitric oxide, those repress the immune system. Nitric oxide actually works like the immune system. It oxidizes a lot of the pathogens moving through the blood. And then your bad food, inflammatory oils, peanut oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, olive oil is one of the greatest oils out there. Soy oil and corn oil, and canola oil to a lesser degree. It's not as bad as something, but it's not good. But common cooking oils are soy and corn oil, and then sometimes safflower and sunflower. Those are very, very harmful to the body. It doesn't take much to create inflammation throughout the body. And inflammation is part of the immune system overreacting and causing damage throughout the body. And then the same thing with certain foods. And it depends on you. You may be allergic to something that someone else. And I used to be very allergic to wheat. The Restore product has helped me greatly in that regard. I don't notice the reaction if I am exposed to some wheat, but I used to really notice it. So the Restore is one of the greatest things I've seen for my own purposes for allergies.
What are you talking about? The Restore.
It's made a world of difference. Normally this time of season I've been stuffy and having allergies effects starting in the spring and up to here. We're having a very rainy July here in Oklahoma, and I would be feeling the mold and everything there. I'm not feeling it like I did. So you have a tool to help keep that inflammation in balance by using the Restore, sometimes 3 times a day, and then the little Rejuvenate gel up the side up the nasal cavity, taking a swab and swabbing it up through that, picking up the pathogens and they come through, help keep you clear. That is a miracle in itself, but that can help you a great deal. So your immune system doesn't overreact, filling you up with fluid. When people were dying of the coronavirus, his immune system was trying to get rid of it, but when it reacts to it, it can build up too much fluid in the lungs, and you die of pneumonia. You suffocate on your own fluid, on your own immune system. So we're talking about trying to keep the immune system in check. Sometimes to save people, they have to deliberately try to repress the immune system so it doesn't cause pneumonia or other things that can kill you. So keeping it healthy. If you're deficient in certain B vitamins, minerals, different things like this, over a period of time, that can cause a tremendous repression of your immune system. That's why I love the idea that we have 44 different ingredients in here to help address so many different things that the body needs to keep it healthy. And the mitochondria energy, you got to remember the immune system is running all around your body. It has particular immune cells that may be working in particular areas. The brain has its own unique immune cells. But that takes mitochondria energy for that cell to move around and do what it needs to do. If you don't have enough mitochondria energy, you're going to have a weak immune system and an ineffective immune system. It also takes mitochondria energy for the body to detoxify
cells that it needs to get rid of. So that's a side of the immune system that science understands but doesn't talk enough about it because they didn't have the system to really do much about it. We do. We have the system to create more mitochondria in the cells and to energize it. When you do that, then the immune system starts working better. That's why a lot of you are reporting, I don't get sick like I used to. And that's because now you have an energetic, healthy, thriving immune system. And that's
Or
what
if you
we
get
want.
sick,
Somebody else
you
wanna
get
take the
better
stress
much
off.
sooner
We want to get more
than you
sleep.
used to.
Want to do some exercise. Don't have to over-exercise for at least 30 minutes, 5 times a week, preferably 7 times a week. Get the habit, just like brushing your teeth. I'll get do my stationary bike, do different things to make sure I get my exercise. When I'm not at the gym, you got to do some exercise to keep the immune system functioning. And you have to eat more vegetables, good, healthy, organic vegetables. Not some of the way they raise vegetables now are not healthy. Probably better for you than a lot of other stuff you might eat. But you do need to eat good, healthy vegetables, a little fruit. As I said on my webinar I did just a few minutes ago, I eat a granny apple, small granny apple, once or twice a day because it's antifungal for one thing. It's low in sugar. It's a very good fruit for that. And a little bit of berries is very good for you. This time of year, a little watermelon won't hurt you because it's so much water, the sugar content proportion to the fiber.
I love watermelon.
You just think it's bad. If you concentrate the sugar, it would be. But taking fiber and fats with your food will slow down the sugar response, which will stop from stressing the immune system. You got to stop from stressing. There's so many things we do to stress it. We stay up too late. We eat too much carbohydrates. We take food that doesn't have any good nutrition. We overwork ourselves, either work or family. All these things we got to keep calm, keep your immune system up. I'll get back to you, Roger, and let's see what kind of response people get from the store because I know we've had some pretty miraculous things.
Store.
Absolutely.
And Roger,
All right,
I
thank you,
found
Dr.
Nick,
Dan.
I moved Nick McQuillan to the top of the list as well.
Oh, I want to say something to Nick. Hold on a second. Nick, last week you asked me.
He talks about our pet products.
Selling asked me for my autograph. He wouldn't pay my price. I require at least $20 for an autograph. Let's roll.
Dr. Dan has worked with a lot of famous people to help get their health better. So
the role of mitochondria in immune function, immune system function, and the self-healing ability of your body. In studying for this topic, it's the first time we've done it the way we're doing it today. I was struck by how complex that process is. We've got to go after invaders, but it's got to be very discriminating and not attack you. And it doesn't always get that right. It can overreact to certain things. And this is where our technology comes in to try to help it adaptogenically modulate that response so that you don't get those autoimmune type situations. And you particularly see it with allergies. So let's appreciate our conversation with Maggie Moore here out in the DC area, Randy Nation. She talked about what happened with her allergies since she started using our technology.
oh wow. I have bad allergies. I had it before I got on the product.
I used to, but I don't have them now. Every once in a while I might sneeze or something like that, but the Restore, it takes it right quick.
Okay. I'm happy to hear about that.
Oh, yeah. Other than that, everything seems to be floating right along. Thank God.
Good to hear. How bad were your allergies when you used to have them?
Oh, it was real bad. I even had to go and have surgery done with the sinus because I had them so bad.
Believe it.
So what did you notice changing after you got on Restore and Rejuvenate?
Well, everything just clear. Everything was much clearer. I didn't have the headaches like I used to back during that time. Everything basically changed up, and I just felt a whole lot better. better. You know, I might sneeze every once in a while. You know, when you step outside with the ragweed and whatever. But other than that, everything else was going along great.
All right, thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
Okay, so going after pathogens and viruses and everything is complex because you've got all these various immune system cells, about 10 of them, and they want to stop the viruses and whatnot, but they can hide. You know, they can send out signals to try to disguise themselves and cloak themselves on the immune system. It's really good to hear all the good things that happen when you have these various situations you got to deal with. Shingles virus, for example, was something that Ann from Baton Rouge reported on. That's benefit from my conversation with her. Ann in Baton Rouge, go right ahead.
Thank you so much. I'm just very thrilled that so many people are getting blessed by this product. And I'm a little emotional because I have the shingles, and I am so excited. Not that I have the shingles, but the fact that the Rejuvenate and the Restore together have kept me from the pain. The pain is just managed totally with the Rejuvenate and the Restore, and it's also healing. You know, making the blisters heal faster. I've kind of done a few little experiments on different areas to see what it did with it and what it didn't. It would be bright red, almost tomato red, and then I'd come back and put the Rejuvenate more Milo, and I took pictures, and it would just, the redness would just go away totally for 4 to 6 hours as it was healing. And that's just one thing that's exciting. And then, of course, you've heard from Jim and Marguerite, and they're doing so good, both of them, on the Restore. And my eyes, my eyesight has gotten better. No floaters, no night vision. You know, I was not able to see at night. I have toenail fungus rhizosis, which I've had for over 25 years. Lots of good stuff. So I just wanted to report a few of those things that are happening.
I heard her. She's having a lot of great results.
Okay. This is a good opportunity for me to talk to the new people on the call today. You know, what's characteristic of our approach is that we are not condition specific. We really don't care about the condition. And the reason we don't need to is that your body's really, really good at this, right? So what we want to do is just regrow your mitochondria. That's the missing thing we found in 9 years. And your body can take that energy and do the things it needs to do, including really amp up your immune system. But it's so intelligent that, ladies, you can have babies, right? Because he's going after attacking foreign thing, well, sperm's foreign too. And it actually signals to let them pass. So I thought that was really cool when I came across that in the study for this particular topic. All right, so we've hit our viruses. Let's go to bacterial infections. How about pancreatitis? How about you get a gallstone that's kind of hanging things up. Now you get an overgrowth of bacteria, so that thing's flowing out. Immune system's got to go after it, okay? And it can cause some really serious issues, like David Drager that I talked to yesterday was confronted with. I'm speaking with David Drager. David, what were your health concerns before you met us?
My health concerns were I had pancreatitis and was in the hospital.
All right. Explain how that was affecting you and what the doctors were saying about it.
So what I explained it was that I was overstressed from work and stuff, and I guess a gallstone fell down into one of the tubes, which ended up blocking it. And my body kept calling for insulin, and so the insulin couldn't get through my body through the tube. The insulin from the pumping of the pancreas turned around and ended up attacking all my organs and stuff.
Wow.
So I was in the hospital and stuff. From that, my A1C was at 12.6, and my blood, the highest my blood was in the hospital was 1,292. And so they were a little bit worried about it. Finally, they did get the stone to pass, and they put me on all kinds of fluids and stuff like that. I'm in Arizona right now. I'm visiting my parents. My blood's sitting at around 70 to 90 right now.
The fasting glucose?
Yep.
Okay. What do you know what your A1C was as of the last checkup?
So my last checkup was 6.0, and it's down from 12.6. But I had high blood pressure and stuff.
How high was your blood pressure?
My blood pressure was like 192 over 70, and that's what thought I had a stroke or a heart attack. Right now it's a 120,
Wow.
120 over 77.
Excellent.
But it's healing still. Like I said, it's only, I've been out almost, I've been on the product for about 2 months now. And
Here was the results
so
after 2
I'm
months
expecting it to be
of being
completely
on the
healed by
products.
90 days or so.
Right.
And my blood pressure was super high, so they tested me for like stroke and a heart attack, but I didn't have that. And my vision was kind of poor. They sent me to an eye specialist, and the eye specialist couldn't believe when I
This is what
started doing
changed my vision
product Restore,
right here.
and went to the
I
eye
started with
specialist.
this first,
Found out that I had no eye damage.
and Dr.
Dr.
Belvedere made
eye
this.
specialist couldn't believe it.
I use this.
I'll tell you what, I would have never believed it. I would have never believed it unless it didn't happen to me. And I kept telling him, no, this didn't happen. And I talked to my doctor, the chief surgeon that was going to do my surgery and stuff, and I was telling him about it. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, I've heard of that. He told me to take it, and then he was talking about stem cell shots, and he goes, they're expensive. And so my buddy was like, David, you need to try this. So I tried it, and I saw it working. I felt more energetic after 3 days, and it kept getting more and more and more. My body wants to continue to walk.
3 days after this.
Like I wasn't getting tired. And so that's what it is. I just got done walking 13 miles. So right when you called, I was ordering more packages for my family. And,
See,
but I
these
love
make
it.
great
And I'm
gifts.
going to keep purchasing it.
You
Appreciate
can see you back here.
it.
I have
You
some
gotta-
set up. Show you
How
how
can I
it
say
look.
it? Somebody that
Great gifts for
has
your
seen
family.
the perfections of what this stuff can do to their
Gift of
body.
health. Good health.
Okay. Think about how diverse that is. Now, our topic today is the immune system, but you're hearing him talk about the eye damage that was repaired, and he lost 90 pounds during the course of this, right? Didn't do anything extra, just took this stuff,
I lost 90
and the
pounds.
body was able to manage this way better, kind of like it did when you were younger, the way we were talking about it earlier, right? So this is serious stuff. Also, that came out of my conversation with him last night is that the doctor, who happened to be a friend of his, admitted that he knows that this is a better approach. It's just that they get paid really well to take people's gallbladders out, when you have these situations like this. So
Right.
it's kind of revealing. Okay. All right.
Another way of saying it's kind of sad
Let's go with the
that
big
they'd
C.
rather still take
Um,
body parts out when they don't have to.
Your
just to
cells,
make
your
money.
body got trillions of cells in it, right? They all can't possibly be normal. The abnormal ones, your immune system has to go after, just like bacteria, just like viruses, just like molds, right? And the ones that are going to try to take them out, one of the types anyway, it's called NK, natural killers, okay? They don't need to be warned about anything. If they detect something, they're going after. These are Terminators, if you saw that movie, okay? They're not going to stop. That's why the ability to help modulate that immune system is so important, right? We went over this a bit when we did our call on the Mediterranean diet. In olive oil and in black seed oil, there are constituents that really help the body address that, make sure it's attacking the right thing, not the wrong thing. Okay? So let me let you benefit from our conversation with Nancy Logan, whose husband is recovering from skin cancer. I think you'll find this informative.
Nancy Logan, let me get her opened up. Nancy, your line is unmuted. Ask your question.
I have a comment. I called probably 2 weeks ago to talk about my husband that has a malignant tumor on the side of his head. He was taking the Resolve once a day and putting the Rejuvenate on it. You
Restore,
suggested
not
that
Resolve.
he take the Resolve 4 times a day, put a teaspoon of the Resolve in the Rejuvenate, and put the Rejuvenate
She puts
many
on
times
in
a
the
day on
Rejuvenate.
it. I want to tell you, it is shrinking. It is getting smaller.
Yeah.
I hear it.
We
It's
don't
getting smaller.
go to the oncologist until the 28th of June. That's as soon as we could get in, and I'm just praying that it's gone by then.
Okay, well,
Great
thank you for
results.
sharing that. Let me normalize this conversation about any malignancy because I don't want people to misrepresent what we're doing.
No, it's his body. I understand that the mitochondria are in his body are fighting it. This
Yes.
is giving
Yeah.
his mitochondria the
This is getting
power
this mitochondria
to
boost.
fight.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you. Get it? I'm talking to whoever
Okay.
is listening. Okay.
Mhm.
So it would be like us trying to take credit for God to say our stuff did it, when in reality, all our stuff is doing is just restoring the energy. Your body knows how to do this.
Mhm.
Dr. Dad has said that most of us probably had cancer at some point in our lives and never knew it because your body's immune system never let it get that far.
Mhm.
It's just that when you reach a tipping point in your health and it gets by, that we know it as cancer, right? And then scientists will tell you that the major cause of it is failing mitochondria, which toxicity, our topic this weekend, has a lot to do with that. So if you will give your body an opportunity to do what it knows how to do by raising that energy, you will be surprised
Right.
at the stuff
This is
that
how
we
you
do
raise your
called
energy.
things doctors can't fix, but your body can. On that topic, it's just astonishing. But thank you for letting us be a part of your wellness journey.
Great results for her husband.
You're very welcome. I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's step in a little bit closer and examine this immune system and how we're trying to benefit that system. Okay. So we turn up the energy, right? We regrow your mitochondria. That's the basis of our whole approach here, right? But we're also providing the body with some very, very useful resources that you might not get or get enough of out of your diet, right? You start with those basic superfoods, olive oil, black seed oil. They have many constituents in there that are beneficial in that process. And then we added what totals 44 ingredients all together. And with the XDS process, amplified all of them, turn them up, right? So now we've got something that works way better than the original Mediterranean diet that Bevan started studying did. It was noticed that people live long and they died less frequently from high blood pressure, diabetes, and all of what they call metabolic disease. Now, when you encounter a virus like HIV, it's particularly vicious because it's actually going to hunt your immune system cells and try to kill them. Very indiscriminate in that way.
If you know somebody
So now
has
you have less
HIV,
of a
make sure you get them on here or
in
forward this to
yourself,
them if you're watching it
you
later.
know, and along with that, of course, it's
HIV or
exhausting and
AIDS.
killing mitochondria. So your energy resources are down. Similarly, we'll get into this more on Monday when you're talking about COVID. Okay. Now, we were really blessed by Millie Murillo to come to us and disclose her story to us. She's very brave to do that, working with Reggie. So I want to play this, and we're going to really get into the pieces of it because she had a lot of other things going on. She had a recurring tumor from a cancer she had all the way back when she was 15 years old, and there's all the other things that come with being in a very stressful situation. So, see if you got Dr. Joey online with us. So put her at the top. We want to talk to her in a bit. If you see Millie, put Millie at the top also. Okay.
You got it. I'll look for him. Okay.
Dr. Joe
All
is
right.
awesome.
So
She is
let's go through the first
great
part of Millie,
information.
where she talks about her HIV experience, and we frame this. If you're healthy, then you're going to be on the high end of the spectrum with respect to your immune system. But if you got HIV, if it becomes full-blown AIDS, your CD4, that's the immune system You get on medication, you hear her talk about it being like in the mid 350s, and they never get out of there. 15, 16, 17 years on medication, never get above that. So we're going to be able to highlight how powerful this approach is when you hear the numbers went up in the presence of this technology. Okay, let's go with this. Millie, tell me what your health concerns were before you met us.
I suffer from HIV.
Okay.
I also suffer from cancerous cells,
Say that again.
cancer in the breast,
Okay, go right ahead.
and vertigo.
All right. So tell me what changed or what's any different since you've been on Mito.
Oh my God. It's a blessing. It's really a blessing. Johnny introduced me to this. So when I started taking it, I moved to Virginia for personal reasons, and I didn't have a doctor here, and I didn't bring in enough medication with me for my HIV. So I was out of medication for like 3 weeks. I was really nervous, really sick. When I finally found the stuff, the first thing I asked them was that they had to transfer all my medical records to Virginia. I asked them if they can check my breast because I had 3 cysts on my breast, and I was worried about it. So the doctor was checking me, and he said, I don't feel anything. I said, and I was like, yeah, no, it's there. I definitely know it's there. So he goes, okay, I'm going to send you downstairs to the mammogram where I'll check your records. So I went downstairs to the mammogram, and I asked the young lady that was doing the mammogram, hey, do you see anything? And she was like, I can't tell you. You're going to have to go back upstairs and speak to the doctor. So I went back upstairs, and when the doctor called me back there, and he's like, well, I saw your blood result from Massachusetts, and it is 3 cysts in your breast. But the ones that we just did, there's nothing there.
Did y'all hear that?
So
Her
that's
3
one of
cysts
my
are now gone.
miracles.
Okay, how long had you
This is
been
what she used
on Mito
to
at
build
that
her
point?
mitochondria up, and then her body fixed itself
Month.
within a month.
Okay, so prior to getting on the thing
Understand,
with
everybody's
Clear,
body's
it was
different.
documented. A month later, when you get a check, they can't find it.
They can't find it.
And these cysts that we're talking about, were they known to be malignant at that point, or at that point were they just cysts?
When I got operated, I got operated at age 15, and they was cancerous. So you know how women goes every year to check, I go every 6 months.
Got it.
And they came back 6 months ago. They came back, and now when they check me, they can't find it.
Okay, when they came back 6 months ago, were they malignant at that time?
The doctor said yes because cancer runs in my family. So the doctor said we might have to operate again, or you might be losing your breast.
Wow.
Okay, that's pretty clear.
If cancer
right.
runs in your family, you definitely want to try the more
Okay,
Mito products.
so
if you know somebody that cancer runs in their
Any
family,
one of those
get this
situations she
information
was
to them.
confronted with would have been serious enough, right? She's got all
It
of
ended
them.
up
She's got
running
the
in my
HIV
family.
concern. She has the cancer concern. Johnny reached out to her, didn't know she had that situation. Talking more along the lines of losing weight, needed to do that. And the obvious stress that goes with it. Being ostracized when people, early on found out about a condition, losing all your friends. Okay? So, those are all the things you were hearing Dr. Dan talk about, this, how you can be assailed by all of these things with these different angles. So you're going to need you're going to need some serious technology to deal with that. Now, the most serious technology of all is what's in your DNA already, right? What's in your body. That's
it the resources
What was the other
to
thing?
build their mitochondria up, and your body can fix itself,
So,
like you heard hers
like
do.
I said, I moved to Virginia and I didn't bring enough medication with me. So I was without my HIV meds for like 3 weeks. And I was kind of worried about that because it's like, you know, you got to take your medication every day to make sure that you're in good health. And I couldn't find a doctor here to prescribe me the meds, and the one in Massachusetts was saying that because I moved to Virginia, they couldn't give it to me. So when that day when I went to the doctor to do the breast thing, they did blood work. So when I went a week later to check on my blood work, the doctor was like, "Are you sure you're HIV positive?" And I said, "Yes." And he was like, "I don't think so." And I was like, "Listen, I've been without my meds for 3 weeks. I need my medication." And he was like, "Well, you know, we need proof that you were HIV positive." So I was like, "Well, it should be on my record." So he went into my record and he found out that I was HIV positive. But he was like, "Let me tell you that your viral load, I've been undetectable for 15 years, for more than 15 years. But my viral load always was like, my CD4 was always in the 300s. So I was kind of scared because when you hit the 200, you know you no longer have the virus, you have AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
So I was scared, and he was like, "I don't know, listen, it's over 1,000. You're doing great. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it." And the only thing that I've been doing is the Mito because I didn't have my medication.
Okay. Where were you immediately before starting on Mito? To the best of your knowledge.
Well, to my best of my knowledge, I was in the 368.
You were above the threshold when you started, 368, because you were on the medication. Okay?
Right.
So then, now, after what period of time being on Mito did you take that test again, and he says it's 1,000?
I did it in February. I started February, I believe it was the 10th that I got my medication. And I did the test that they did was in March.
Okay. February, March, a month later.
I put it off in March, yes.
A month later, when they check you again, you get results back, you're at 1,000. So
This
So
is
you're
what she
trending
did to get to
toward
1,000.
the level that someone has
You
never
know
had
somebody
the
has
virus.
HIV or AIDS,
Well,
this
right
is what they
now,
need to
the
do.
doctor says I don't have it at all.
Wow.
See, the doctor says she doesn't have HIV at all.
This
This is
news
what
that
she used,
everybody
y'all.
wants
The Ultramito Restore Oil
to hear. No
and the
question
Ultramito
about it.
Rejuvenate Gel.
And Roger, I do have the paperwork to send to you.
All right. We have to tell this story. It's so important.
Pass this
John,
on to
you still
everybody
there?
you know that have HIV or AIDS
When I actually
or any other ailment.
I wasn't expecting all of this. Right. I'm still off every day.
Like, Johnny didn't know about my situation. Person suffering from this is a little bit embarrassed, ashamed of having it. This is something that most of the time we don't share because people treat us different.
Yeah. I really want to applaud your courage and thank you for your participation because you're absolutely right. All too often, we suffer in silence and out of fear of social reprisals, I'll put it that way. We don't want to speak up. So you're to be commended along with Johnny for letting us be a part of your wellness journey and then helping us tell the story to the rest of the world that needs to hear. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Reggie.
Anytime, sis, anytime.
Was that not awesome, y'all? That was awesome.
She is okay.
having HIV, and now the doctor is telling her she no longer has HIV.
Unmute Millie for me, please.
Will do.
That was a
Millie,
great
you're
testimonial.
unmuted.
All she did was build up her
Millie, how are
mitochondria.
you today?
And how did she build up her mitochondria? By using the Restore Oil and the Rejuvenate
I need
Gel.
to unmute. We got you unmuted here.
So it makes no difference of what
And-
ailment or
and
health
did you
issue
find
you may
Dr.
have.
Joy?
Build your mitochondria up,
Dr.
your body
Joey,
can
I
fix
cannot
itself
find.
like God designed it to
Dr.
do.
Joey,
Roger, can you hear me?
There's
Star
Millie.
5 and raise your hand. Go ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm really marveling at the whole process that you went through it from where you were. You're dealing with breast cancer. You're trying to lose weight. You're going through a very stressful situation. You're moving, and the doctor says obviously you're concerned about not being on the medication. He says, "Why should I give it to you? You don't even have it." So that's like two moments, right? It must have been like a shock that you had difficulty getting this medication, but at the same time a joy that you were this healthy. How did that feel in that moment? Did we mute her back?
I don't think so. We're not hearing you.
Okay. All right. So when you back now?
Millie.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So
Can you hear me?
I was asking you. Yeah, I do. I was asking you to kind of reflect on that moment of you can't get the medication, but on the other hand, he's telling you how healthy you are. Okay, how does that strike you?
Well, it was amazing, to be honest with you. It was great to find out.
We're losing you, Sam.
Millie, we keep losing you.
Sorry, I'm in a place where my thing keeps going in and out. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when I found out that, for me it was a joy. Coming out of the doctor, I had to call my ex and my best friend and let them know what was going on with me. It was amazing. I just finished telling my mom and my dad my results, and they're super happy to find out that I'm doing great. The energy that I have now, I never had it before, you know. I was always tired, always didn't want to get off my bed. When you suffer in silence, there's a lot of depression in it. So right now, you know,
It's great for depression, y'all. Restore Oil. Build that mitochondria up so the depression can go away.
The support that I get from Greg and Johnny and Yogi, it's amazing, and Reggie, it's amazing what I have. I feel like I have brothers and sisters now, you know.
Yeah. And the other thing is that you were triple dosing before, but you are.
She was triple dosing. Means she was taking this 3 times a day. The Restore Oil. She was taking it 3 times a day.
1,000, which is better than a lot of people who are completely off.
That's how she got her mitochondria built up, so she could get rid of her HIV, y'all.
Now, talk a little bit about that.
So yes, I never went back to my medication, to my HIV meds. I was amazed with the result that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be without this. I don't need this.
So here, she has not been taking her HIV meds anymore because the doctor told her she doesn't have it. Awesome.
I take it now.
Okay.
I'm taking it like in the morning when I wake up, I take it. Then at lunchtime, I take it again. But before I was doing it like, you know, Reggie teaches us on the hour of the hour. And ever since, I believe it was in June, I don't remember the date, but I wrote it down, and I wrote it down. I've been doing it like 4 times a day.
So she's doing it 4 times a day now since June.
Right, and now you've cut back to a more typical schedule. Okay, we're kind of losing time. It's you again,
Oh,
Millie.
thank you. No, thank you, guys. Thank you.
That was an act of bravery to what she did.
Absolutely.
Okay, you can put her back. Okay, so let me kind of sum this up, and then we'll see if we can hear from Nick talking about a pet space. Don't take this for granted, please, because we didn't anticipate that we'd be hearing stories like this. How could we have known? But the fact that we are, it's absolutely monumental that you can regain the ability to amp up your immune system, fight multiple serious health challenges at the same time, right? And do it in a natural way.
Right.
That's free of all the typical side effects that would come with the pharmaceutical route. It's big time. I don't know how to say that if it's not obvious. And what we're talking about is like a major breakthrough here in health and wellness.
This is a major breakthrough
Okay.
in
Now,
health and wellness.
it's not
Because you're
confined to
building your
people, though,
mitochondria up.
right? Everything that applies to people, because pets got mitochondria too, applies to pets. We look forward every week to hear from our partner in Ireland, Mick McQuillan. Dale, give us Mick, please.
Pet life.
Nick, I've unmuted you. Say hello.
It's the same thing as this, minus the
How'd you guys do
citrus.
it?
Great.
Incredible. What a show. I love tuning into this. My name is Mick McQuillan, and it's always a pleasure to be here on this call. You know, of course, my wife, Kate, and I, we've got this amazing business called Pets of the Island. It's Ireland's largest, most recommended, most trusted in-home pet care company. Been around about a decade and a half, delivered well over 500,000 pet care visits to thousands and thousands of customers all over Ireland. And it's a privilege because what we really get to do is help pet owners feel better about things that make them feel bad with their pet. And that's why the Pet Life product is just amazing, because it does exactly that. You know, we've got a customer around the corner here from where I am right now. And of course, they're on a farm. They've got a working dog. Their dog's just getting old, you know. And, you know, they started on the Pet Life. And they're noticing differences. The dog is moving more freely. It's able to get around. It's jumping. It's more active. It's incredible. These products really make a difference for your pets. Not just dogs, cats, all kinds of creatures, except fish. But look, you definitely want to try this product. You know, if you're not feeling the best about something that's going on with your pet, try this product for yourself, and you can see the difference. These little creatures can't lie. Dale will tell you that. You know, so when you see the difference, you know
can use
that
it for yourself as well.
And if it's working for them,
All it
can
is.
work for you too. These stories are incredible, Roger. They're incredible. Truly
It's the
making a
restore
difference
minus
for people.
the citrus.
Truly making a difference in people's lives. Somebody
And that's
said
what they're
that some of
using
this
for the pets.
rejuvenate to the
Pets
guy
can't have
who got his
citrus.
ear shot off. He could rub it back on and his ear will come back bigger and better. Amazing stuff. Thank you, Roger. All right, thank you, Nick. Awesome job, Nick and Kate are doing that. Okay, so Dale, why don't we do the commercial, then we'll go through hands. You can get ready with the hands. Star 5 on that panel.
What he means by going to do hands, people have raised their hands because they either have a question or they have a testimonial. So he's going to answer those.
But in the meantime,
Another way to learn. Like they say, knowledge is power. This is how I
Thank you,
get my
Roger.
knowledge.
Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at moremito.com, moremito.com.
/S Alfred is mine.
Type in your username and hit enter.
SALFORD.
You're gonna be at
Or
your
get back with the person that
website
referred
now.
you
You
and
know
get their
it's your
website.
because your name's at the top of the page, along with your phone number and your email. That's where you want to send people to read more about it, to look at the ingredient list, to look at the actual labels on the products, and better yet, to purchase from you. And the best thing they can do is join you. To the right is the button, the word that says join. They can join us and listen. We've made a one-of-a-kind product. We made a one-of-a-kind
That's on the computer. If you're on a cell phone, you have to
There's
click the
no
menu
cost to
button,
join More
then to
Vital.
drop
There's
down
no
and click
monthly
join.
cost to be
And join
here.
as a referring
There's
customer.
no need for an auto ship.
And
We
complete
don't
the information.
require it.
And your
You can
customer website is
participate in
up
the
just like that.
compensation plan without
Free
an
customer
auto ship.
website.
And listen, when it comes to compensation, we don't pay it once a month or once a week or once a day. when a purchase is made, your compensation is in your back office for you to go in and use. If you're a referring customer, it comes in as Mitocash. You use it to buy product, to pay for shipping.
That's how you
Even
get your
send
free
to other
product.
people in the company. If you upgraded, and there's no cost to upgrade, if you upgrade to a paid rep, your compensation comes in as regular cash that you can send to your bank, to PayPal, to Venmo. Look, we're here to do one thing, and that is to support you, to help get the message out about this incredible product that works. You've heard like nothing else you've taken. It's a different approach. There are people suffering. You've got knowledge they need. Just share it with them.
Restore
make sure
all,
we're here to
rejuvenate
support
jail,
you, take care of you, compensations quick.
Pet life, and the mini rejuvenate jails, travel size.
You'll see a phone number. Call us. The phone's been ringing. We've got 3 people on the phones right now. You can send a text to that phone number. That'll get answered. You can send us an email. That's at the bottom of the website.
But you have to be referred by someone. Hopefully it's
and
me.
send us a ticket. And we're getting caught up on all of those. We've been swamped. It's been great. Quick update. We're fully stocked on all products. There's nothing that we are out of stock on. We're still playing some catch up on shipping you the out of stock items, but we've made major headway this week, including a big improvement for our Caribbean. We've got a great group of countries in the Caribbean. We did a webinar on Thursday night with Prudencia and Ursa and their team, big team of people. I know that we've got orders that have gone out. Dr. Ken, Diane Hagan, Mark Curie, Dan Dupuy, and Coeur d'Alene. Look, they're going out as fast
So again,
as
if
we can get
you
them out, and they're going out pretty darn
want to
fast.
order your products, then create your free customer website. If you were referred by myself or being on one of my channels or on Facebook, then you want to go to www.moremito.com/salford. That's moremito.com/SALFORD. If you were referred by someone else, get back with the person that referred you, get their website. But then you will go, once you go on the website, if you're on the computer, you're going to go to join, then referring customer. If you're on a cell phone, you're going to go to menu and then the drop down, you click join, then referring customer, fill out the information. And once you hit register, your website's up just like that, your free customer website.
Actually, you'll be getting
If you want to know how to order, then you'll go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie on YouTube, go to the playlist, go under the More Mito tutorials, and there's a video to show you how to order. And I'll probably talk about it after we get finished with the call. But we don't want to miss the questions that people have or the testimonials.
So think about what we don't have to do. Okay? Your body has specific immune system cells, for example, that go after parasites. Right there. We didn't have to do anything to try to make that happen. It also has specific immune system cells that go after tumors. Don't have to do that either, right? All we have to do is increase that energy, so we don't even have to grow back those T cells. Your body knows how to do that. So I'm trying to help us understand now so we can talk about this accurately and in a compliant way. We don't even have to try to cure cancer or any of that stuff. It's all there, and your body has been doing it all along.
Know somebody
It's
have
just
cancer?
that
Make
we
sure you
only
get this
become aware
information
of
to
it
them.
when,
Or better yet, tell them to hop on.
It runs out of the resources, and that malignancy gets past. Okay, so I think it's really, for me anyway, educational to see exactly how we support the body doing what it does. Okay. All right. Okay, so with that, let me deal with what Dale said. You know, we got 2 opportunities here. One is to give the technology a try, as we've been suggesting, put it together with your DNA and see what your body comes up with. If you, maybe you got a health concern, or maybe you just want to be as healthy as possible. Either way, we believe that mitochondria is going to have a lot to do with that. The other thing is, more people need to hear what you've been hearing today, and indeed on all of our calls. So if anything we're doing resonates with you, by all means, affiliate with us. Let's see what we can do together. Okay?
Go get your website
All right,
done.
with that, let's pop the hands
You
to
have to
the
be in the
top.
system in order to order.
Dale's
That's how you
going to
get
get
in the
ready to
system.
take the hands down. I'm going to go right Reggie, you there?
Reggie, we've unmuted you. Go ahead, buddy.
Yes, I am. Thank you, guys. How you guys doing? And wow, all I can say is, Roger, I had a serious accident with my Connie Corso, my 10-month-old Connie Corso. Well, throwing the football, I threw it when she was behind me, and I thought Ronnie Lott hit me from behind. And so I was 5 feet in the air, and when I tried to twist to kind of break my fall, my wife heard it snap, crackle, pop. She said, I'm dialing 911 right now. Well, I had the worst injury. I said, no, let me try to get up. I had the worst injury to my wrist I had ever experienced in all my life of sports. And all I can tell you is, I thought it was broken. I refused to go to the doctor. So finally, when I went to a chiropractor, she looked and she said, how in the world did you not break your wrist? She's looking at it and she said, no, don't seem to indicate anything's broken. And but I haven't, this is the only time in my life where I couldn't move my hand for a month. So all I'm going to say to you is this. I saturated my body with the Restore directly onto this injury, along with the new cream.
Some of the store,
Rejuvenate.
the Restore oil directly on your wrist. And then you put the Rejuvenate on there. And I'm pretty sure his Rejuvenate has some of this mixed in here.
It's
when
like
you first get your Rejuvenate, you want to put one dosage of this in here, which is 4 milliliters.
I've never been speechless before, but I am now. So I'm going to turn the call back over to you. All I'm going to tell you is I'm moving my hand, using my hand now. I'm able to, the motor skills of my fingers are back. Man, that was the scariest daggone thing I had ever experienced, beyond even almost dying. Not being able to use.
Hear that? Motor
So
skills
with that,
of
I'll
fingers
turn it
are
over to
back.
you, Raj.
All right, thank you, Reggie. That 2.0 is no joke. The improved version coming from our new vendor, I mean, it's significantly better than it was before. All right, Joy. Give me Joy out of DC, Dale.
It's amazing how a machine.
You got it. Joy,
that
I've
goes
unmuted
faster
you.
than
Go
the
ahead with your
previous
question.
Manufacturer they had doing it.
Good afternoon,
Makes a
everyone.
difference. Just mixing it better. It's great.
I have a few things going on. I've been taking the product, the Restore and the Rejuvenate, for about almost 2 weeks, and in fact, I had to order another set before my auto ship came the next month. But I have
That means she's taking it multiple times. She had to make a second order before the month with it.
How can I say it? Since I've been taking it, I've been noticing like my allergy, my eye flared up, like it turned red, and I always had a little bit swelling on my feet, and it came from other issues that I have. But I noticed since I've been taking it, my feet kind of swelled up a little bit more, and I'm a little bit more tired. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, please. Let me talk about that. So you're early, and I'm listening because you're early enough into your experience that is likely a detox response. Odd things can happen when toxins start to come out. So if it gets to be too uncomfortable for you, then you can just reduce your dosage.
So other than that, you're famous because 17 years before you met Randy, he introduced you to
I don't know where that's coming from.
our technology.
I don't
you lost
either.
your memory
I'll
for
try to
17
find it.
years, couldn't even remember your grandkids' name.
Technical issues, y'all.
But
I'm looking
lately,
for it, Roger.
you had about with
Okay, we found it. Go ahead.
All right. So Joe, back to you. So that's what I can tell you about that. Just kind of reduce the level, like I said, if it's too uncomfortable. With respect to specific things you can do about your feet. I'm in the feet a lot because I had a stretch fracture that I'm trying to completely get gone. You rejuvenate those feet, elevate the feet, exercise them, move your foot through every range of motion, point your toe, for example, rotate in a circle one way, back the other way, rock your foot side to side. You can find some exercises on the internet. You'll search circulation in your feet. And there'll be lots of videos that come up. We'll tell you how to do that. So you can do that. And take it above your ankle. Take it above your ankle where you're putting that Rejuvenate. Mix a bit of Restore in it. I did that twice already today, for example.
rejuvenate, mix some of your
And,
Restore in it.
Okay.
One
I
full
think you'll
dosage
get
of
a lot of
Restore,
relief
which
that
is
way.
4
And
milliliters.
as
So
far
I
as
take
your
a
eyes
teaspoon
concerned,
of this,
I think
mix
that,
it in here,
again, it's
by
likely
shake,
a
put it in
detox
there,
response.
shaking
But
this
you
up, and
get
it'll
to me
mix it
on
up.
extensive 6 if you call the
Makes it
customer
more
service
potent.
number to give you further conversation about it, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right, my pleasure.
Thank you, Joy.
As you can see, some bodies
how
will
about
go through a
Korean?
detox. The detox is good.
Yeah,
You're getting the
Samson.
bad things out.
Somewhere in the U.S.
Corey, I've unmuted you. Go ahead, Corey.
My Lord, let me tell you something. You called me Corinne, and that is the reason why I am chiming in today. I tell you what, I am so grateful to Daisy Clark, who introduced this to me, and then to Reggie, who has just been an amazing, amazing support.
Mhm.
And listen, when you said Corinne, she was named after me. That is my granddaughter, who is now 6 years old. Yes. My name is Corey, and hers is Corinne. And so when you said that, boy, I tell you what, it really had me, it just fired me up right there. But, yeah, it's awesome. And so she is the reason why I'm calling. I wanted to find out, she is perfectly healthy, praise the Lord. And so I wanted to find out, though, am I able to give her the products?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Give anybody the products.
You
Create
just
their
have to
free
adjust
website.
the amount she's taking for the weight she is versus an adult.
Okay, so she's 45
What health
pounds.
concern do you? Yeah, what health concern do you have for her?
None. I want her to continue to stay healthy.
Okay.
She's on the right track. Mm-hmm.
You right?
No, there should be. Yeah, you're good. There should be no issues. Just like she just doesn't need as much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at this time, Roger,
using on my
she
grandkids.
is
My youngest
45
grandkid was
to 50
2
pounds.
months old
How do
when
I make that
started
adjustment?
using it on him because he was gassy. You can go to
You
Health
can
the
do
Web Show
like
with
1
Stephanie,
milliliter.
go into the playlist,
You
and
can
you
split
can
it
go
up
under
half
gassy,
down,
and
half
you will
later
see.
if you
You'll
want
see
to.
me as I
Okay, 1
demonstrate,
milliliter per day.
and you'll actually see me in one of the
Okay.
episodes
Okay,
giving
groovy.
some.
All right, groovy. And I can just put that in her food.
Yeah, it'd be more like the dosage level you would give a pet because they will weigh in that range also.
Yes.
Okay. All right, groovy. All right, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you, Corey.
Great having you on.
Thank you. Terry in North Carolina, I've unmuted you. Go ahead. Hello, Terry.
Hey, hi. You surprised me. Okay, hi. I just wanted to try to get back with Roger, get back with you, Dan, about giving me a call and about my friend to get on the study, the HIV study. Roger, for you.
See, somebody else will get their child on. Well, their she said her son on the HIV study.
So,
All right.
and then Roger, I think we've never really caught up to do a testimony, so I wanted to also catch up with you about that. So,
Okay. I'm taking a screenshot right now, and I'll be able to call you back before the weekend is up. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Y'all hear us
So
talking
thank
about
you,
HIV
Roger.
and
Thank
several
you,
other
Dan.
things.
All right.
It makes no difference
Stay
what
blessed,
you
Terry.
have,
I'll
whether
give you a
it's
call,
HIV,
too.
AIDS,
Next, we've got
cancer,
Greg O'Loughlin.
cerebral
Pastor
palsy,
Greg. Greg, I've
autism,
unmuted you. Go
ADHD,
ahead.
you name it. Get your mitochondria strong.
Wow. Hello, Greg.
Build your
There
mitochondria
you are.
up so that your body can fix itself like God designed it. That's what these people are doing. That you hear. Does wonders.
So excited to be
I personally know.
Kids, kind of good news that I'm on a trip burying my family members, but they're not paying attention. At the same time, I've been up almost all night long. We got lost on the road. I'm on the road trip. I'm in somebody else's house. If you knew everything that I've been going through, you shouldn't even hear my voice. This is incredible. But I want to just say one thing. I have some things that's going to be coming out in the future about what the products are doing for me. But I want to take it back to the beginning of the call, Roger. When Dr. Dan and yourself were talking about the immune system, and it's connected to HIV
after everything else. But my point is this. I got results immediately, but it's because our products are called Ultra Mito.
Mm-hmm.
I got results before Restore came out. No longer had allergies. I suffered with allergies since I was 5 years old.
Before Restore came out, before Dr.
My allergies
Elliott
would
made
get
the
so
Restore,
bad, it would turn into bronchitis
this is what he was
all
using,
the time.
the Rejuvenate gel.
And I want to say to you,
So we got great results with allergies because I had real bad allergies. This is what helped us before Dr. Elliott came out with this. So this is making it even potent. That's why we mix it. That's why we mix it in here.
Once in a while, I sneeze. I don't need to sneeze. You know, if my nose is a little stuffy this morning, if my throat is a little bit, maybe a little bit of phlegm, that's because I was up till 3:30 in the morning trying to get back to the house. And I'm not even in my own bed. I'm sitting on a recliner. And I have slept, but I want to say to you that you're saving lives and rescuing lives.
Mm-hmm. For those that listen, we do have some people that don't listen. They don't take their health serious. For those that take their health serious, this is changing lives. Y'all hear these people testimony. These are real people giving their testimonials.
Don't mind me, but I want to say this. God is ready.
He's so overjoyed that he's crying because of the improvement in his health.
Number one. And number two, stop being a salesperson and get them to hear the calls.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to say it as strong as I can because everybody's getting life. And I'm burying another family member. This is ridiculous. But we got to do a better job, especially those of you that go back in the past, and we go back almost back to 2015 with Ultra Mito. And listen, the name of the company is now called More Mito. We are blazing. Thanks to them, and thanks to you, Roger. And thanks to Dr. Bevan, and I give all the glory to God. I love you guys.
Amazing. He's out of the funeral.
Thank you,
Another
Greg.
family member.
Love you too,
But
buddy.
he cared enough to get on
Greg
and
is also
give his
recovering
testimony.
from stroke and through all of this. So prayers go out to your family and kudos to you.
He's recovering incredibly fast and well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Thank
keep
you,
on
Greg.
down the
Listen,
list.
we've got Melvin.
Grief. This helps you with grief also. The
Melvin
Restore
Arnold,
All.
I've unmuted you.
I've had
Go
several
ahead,
people
Melvin.
use it that were
Yeah,
grieving.
hopefully you can hear me okay. I know there's a little
And
background
over
noise.
the
Can you
last
hear me
12
okay,
months,
Dale?
we've had a lot of grief.
Hear you
This is
good.
what helps.
We hear you good. The noise is not too bad. Go ahead. I am in the streets of Brooklyn, New York. I drove from Massachusetts to do a presentation Friday and Saturday, 3 times a day with some training. And I happened to come across someone that was who's with me, selling his comic books and whatever. And I got to talk to him, and he mentioned to me he had a pain in his knee. I was able to videotape it, and I already sent it to you guys. So it's about 1 minute and 34 seconds. Don't want to know do you want to play it, but he's right here, Al. So anyway, I came to him, and I gave him some of the rejuvenant, and then I also had a little bit of the mixture. So this is Al. Al, so tell us what happened before. Just because of background noise, I'll ask. Tell them what happened before you had what kind of pain or whatever, and then tell them how quick. I had a child pain like it usually do. The pain went away. The pain went away in 10 seconds.
He said 10 seconds
The
from
pain
using
is
this,
gone.
the Rejuvenate gel.
And what do you think about working with us? It's good.
The pain went away.
Because I need more myself. I need more myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he talked about helping him walk there. So again, I did send the video in there, but again, I'll end it with this. I'm on the streets of Brooklyn, New York. I'm getting ready for our 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. tonight. And I'm looking forward to head to Texas, Virginia, Florida, and Georgia. But I just want to say thanks, guys. And people, listen, we got to get a little faster, get to more people, because if we take too long, people's ailments and or diseases are going to become life-threatening.
We got to get to more people. Say less to more people by letting them listen to the testimonials first. We don't have to worry about telling. As Roger mentioned, it's the body doing it, not us. Not us. Thank
Remember,
you,
if you're
Dale.
listening
Thank
in
you,
other
Roger.
countries,
I appreciate
we
everything.
ship to other
Thank you,
countries.
guys.
I have people
Thank
calling
you,
from
Melvin.
India, from
Fantastic.
Trinidad, you name it.
Have a great time there in Brooklyn.
We have Canada, you name it.
That goes
We
to
can
that,
ship. Create your free website, your free
So
customer website.
Okay, how about
So
Linda?
Yes,
somebody
indeed.
else referred you, get back with the person who
Linda
referred
or
you.
Damaris?
If you're seeing this
We've got
because
you
of
unmuted.
one of my
Go
channels,
ahead.
whether it's the Health and Wealth Show with
Hey,
Stephanie,
guys, this is
Success on
Stephanie
Stephanie,
with Great
Facebook,
Hope.
you name it.
I just wanted to ask this question because 3 people have already asked. When they take more from Restore and use the Rejuvenate, and then they heard that some people had lost weight, could you tell us how does that occur? You know, when somebody is building their mitochondria, how does it affect
Great
So
them?
question.
there are two aspects to that. The first thing is that we're seriously turning up your metabolism, right? I mean, part of the reason why you're gaining weight is harder to maintain your weight as an older person than you did when a younger person is that this mitochondria is burning up that what is being turned into fat, right? So when we grow that back, we just increase your body's ability to pick off that blood sugar, turn it into energy while it's fixing you, right? But it's fundamentally taking more of that away that would otherwise get stored as fat. So that's thing one, okay? Here's thing two. A big part of what's driving weight gain is cravings. And we paid a lot of attention to your gut. You know, this is we talk about what a high percentage of your immune system is in your gut and that kind of thing, right? But by addressing your biome, that's the good bacteria in your gut, right? By addressing your biome and improving that, we take away the cravings because the cravings are bad gut bacteria telling your brain to give them some more junk. That's what they are. So when we express the good bacteria and suppress the bad bacteria, those cravings go away. You can hear an interview to that effect on the People Product page. Look for May Crosby, where she lost 77 pounds, for example.
Yes, May.
Or Dale, who lost about
That's
that
one of my
much.
customers
Or
in
any
Dallas.
number of
Love her
other
to
people
death.
have. It wasn't that we did something specific
Go to
about
our
it.
playlist
Back
on
then.
Health and Wealth Show with
Go back
Stephanie.
to that mitochondria. Now you got the
And
blood
you can
sugar
hear her
coming out.
testimonial.
You're not going to store it as fat because
Under
we got
weight
healthy
loss.
fat by definition in the olive oil and whatnot, flaxseed also, right? Now we're going to improve that gut biome, and we're going to interfere with that conversation between bad bacteria and your brain. So those are the two things, Linda.
Thank you.
All
That's
right.
a great question.
All right. Thank you, Linda. Next, we've got Brenda. Brenda Ford. Go ahead, Brenda.
Hi. Yes, thank you. I just wanted to come on. I was going to be on Reggie's call yesterday, but we're having a family reunion this weekend. But yesterday was my 6-month checkup. For those who don't know, I had stage 0 to 1 cell in my left breast. And I went back. The surgeon was not happy that I did not do the radiation or the chemo, but he said it healed so nicely he could barely find it and he couldn't feel anything. So I just wanted to say my body healed itself with taking more Mito, and that's what I believe. That's what I'm going to stick to. And I get
She
to
said
see
her body
him
healed herself
for
for
a
taking more
mammogram
Mito.
in January.
What actually happened is her
So,
mitochondria got
thank
stronger
you so much.
from using the
Thank
products,
God
and
for
then her body
Life.
fixed itself like God designed it to be.
He
These
sent
don't
the
heal
product to
anybody,
me.
but this
He's
builds
great.
up your mitochondria,
And speaking with
and then your
Roger
body can fix
and
itself
Dale,
like God designed
thank
it to
you, Dale and Roger, so much for being there 6 months ago in December and getting this product, the technology out to me. Thank you so much.
We just want to be clear on that, so we don't want people saying that
Okay,
our products cure people.
Thank you,
It doesn't
thank you.
cure anybody.
You know, when
Very
But
happy.
we use these
when
products to
Viola
build your
in Atlanta
mitochondria,
had a similar
and then your
situation
body
with
can
her,
fix itself like God designed it to
colorectal
be.
cancer that she reported on, her surgeon saw the results and did not recommend anything. He said, this is done.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what's happening in some cases when you got an enlightened doctor. But you can't blame the ones that don't because they've never seen it before. Okay, you just got to make the decision that's best for you. Okay, who we got next, Dale?
We've got Sonia Harris. Sonia, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Good morning. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Yes.
Sonia, go right ahead.
All I can say is wow, wow, wow. Had an incredible day with my mom on Friday. It was Thursday. Actually, I went there Thursday, rubbed her down with the Restore and Rejuvenate mixed together. Normally, my mother is in the bed, windows drawn, shades drawn, no activity, just in a state of not wanting to do anything. Prior to her diagnosis with a dementia, she was OCD. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I
Dementia
know this
and
is small
OCD.
to somebody else, but it's huge to me. I called her yesterday. I said, hey, how you doing since I came over and rubbed you down? And she's like, oh, I'm doing great. Key word there, ladies and gentlemen, great. Normally in the bed, blind drawn, window shut, curtain shut, in the bed, just like she's depressed. Ladies and gentlemen, she was up yesterday mopping and sweeping the floor. I said, don't get carried away now. I said, I must come back up there and rub you down again. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been absolutely phenomenal. Not just for me, but my family. I see great strides. I see success. I see just being able to put this product in the people's hands that need it the most. We are able to affect the quality of people's lives all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, don't delay. Get on this product. Let the product do everything it's going to do for you. It's going to put your body in alignment to heal itself. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited. I just want to go and tell everybody about it. Like, I just want you to know, if your family member is suffering with, I sent some to my son suffering with ADHD, and I told him what to do. I told him how to use it and everything. Because ADHD? I feel like if my son had an opportunity to get a hold of this technology prior to now, when he was younger, his life, the trajectory of his life would have been totally different. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm almost speechless because I know the power of what we have. Just being able to reach the people that need it the most, mm-hmm. and the body can heal itself. I'm a living testament and a testimony mm-hmm. to that. My shoulder pain is gone. My neck pain is gone. I'm able to go to the fitness center. Thank God for Roger. He shared some exercises that I can access with my feet and to do those things to help bring about the desired results that I want with my feet. So I'm excited because, ladies and gentlemen, do you know the power of giving back somebody the quality of life they so really deserve? I was on the phone with a gentleman yesterday. He had bought the product months and months ago. I encouraged him to get on the call. I encouraged him to get on the product to allow the body to heal itself. Our silent partner is phenomenal. We have a silent partner that does all the work for us by allowing the body to heal itself, one person at a time. Man, you guys are doing an incredible job. Look forward to seeing you, Roger, here in the ATL. I mean, just to see my mom up, moving around, and just sweeping and mopping, that's huge. It's amazing. So, guys, back to you. Thank you, God, for each and every one of you and all that you do, because you are changing people's lives one day at a time. I'm just glad to be a part of what I see happening, and look forward to more to come.
All right, thank you, Sonia. You know, one of the things that came out of what Sonia's doing with her mother had a dementia is important for those people who, for whatever reason, can't take it. Maybe because you're in the hospital, they got all these tubes and you really can't swallow, right? Put it on your skin. It works that way also, right? Put the Restore on the skin, put the Rejuvenate on top of it, or mix both, or do them both. Put it on the skin, Restore, put the mix of Rejuvenate and Restore on top of it. They'll drive it in, and the results have just been dramatic. Okay. And also, I'm headed to Atlanta week after next, right? But I'm also going to be stopping in Greenville, South Carolina. About every other month, I got to go see Devin anyway, right? So Atlanta's 2 hours down the road, and so I'm going to be doing
Rejuvenate, back ordered, put in a brand new order and sent to her. She's using the product like crazy. Grace, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Oh, thank you. Well, I love your product. I've been using it since February, but my concern is I've got 6 bottles of Rejuvenate ordered June the 16th, and I'm waiting for.
Yeah, Grace, I just mentioned you've got 6 jars of Rejuvenate that were just sent, along with, as you requested with customer service, put into a brand new order. And if you don't have them today, I know you're getting them Monday. So, is there another question you had beyond product?
I do. Is Rejuvenate helpful for carpal tunnel issues?
Hugely. Go ahead, Roger.
She's asking about the
Yeah,
Rejuvenate.
so if you'll put, mix it with Restore even better and just put it on.
Put 1 dose of the Restore All
Rejuvenate is the frequency.
in the Rejuvenate.
You know how frequently you put
Makes
it
it
on.
more potent.
3-4 times a day is not too many. Okay? Because you gotta be feeding those cells to let them respond to it. Because as I try to say every week, it's not what our stuff does. It's what your body's doing with our stuff. So you gotta give it opportunities to do it. All right?
So just rub it on my wrist 3 or 4 times a day. I'm
Very
waiting to get
thoroughly,
it.
and go outside and go beyond the area that you're feeling the discomfort in.
So what he's saying, if
Like
you're
I
feeling
weigh
this
on my
discomfort
hand
right here,
One of
you
the
want to go
things I learned was
up
that the problem
this
wasn't
way
in
and
that,
this
it comes
way,
back in my
because
wrist.
you want to make
That's
sure
how
you're getting the whole area.
that
A lot of
you're
people
talking
think
about.
that
So
just because you're hurting in this area, that's what you need to do.
Can-
No, do
can,
the areas around it,
mind
because
together with it, supposed to.
that affects
So,
that too. Your
very
hip,
thorough with it
your
and
process.
be frequent with it, and that's how you get your best results with it.
And she's using the Rejuvenate gel
Well, I can't wait.
that has Restore All this
And
stuff
thank you
in it.
so much.
Thank you, Grace. Appreciate you
There's
with
an
time.
anonymous. There's an anonymous.
Anonymous, we don't know who you are. I've unmuted you though. Give us your name. Again, you'll have to unmute to speak to us. Anonymous from somewhere on the planet. Who's with us?
Can you
And they're going to have to stay anonymous. Oh, you just started to come through. Try again.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Okay, let's see me. This is Brenda in California. Normally I'm not on the Saturday calls because it's the Sabbath, but you know what? I realized listening to I didn't go to church today because I'm listening at some things going on in my family. So I'm home today, and I was sitting there and said, it's good to do good on the Sabbath day. So I just wanted to share with a few people. I've been on the product for a minute now, and I'm 74 and never leave that. And when I tell people that I'm 74, especially young people, they freak out because I don't look my age. And I tell them and I share with them what I'm doing. But my reason for calling is sometimes when I sell a product and I share it with someone, I tell them to give it at least 90 days. And the reason 90 days is because I don't know what their habits are. I don't know if they drink, smoke. I don't know. So give it 90 days to see results because it's going to work through whatever it has to go through, but it does work.
Right.
And I just
Remember, you
want to
didn't
share
get there
that.
overnight.
People that say, well, it didn't work, it didn't help, it didn't do anything for me. There's a reason. It's not the product, it's the body what they're dealing with.
And 9
You know,
times
so
out of 10, when they're
just
saying that
do
it
what it
didn't
needs
do
to do.
anything for them,
And I just
they
want to
just
share
don't
that.
see they don't see the results, but
Thank
it's
you,
in there
Brenda.
working on your body.
Fantastic.
But then we have some people
Brenda-
that don't use
Brenda
it
was
regular.
one
If
of
you
the very
don't
early-
use things
early
regular, then
people to
how's
take
it supposed to do
Restore.
what
We
it's
put it
supposed to
out,
do?
July of 2019. Gave us some good information back then, so thanks again, Brenda. How about Todd in South Carolina?
Todd, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Yes, hi. Hello, everybody. I would just like to comment on the person that asked if it helps with carpal tunnel. I have the Dupuytren contraction. Are you familiar with that?
No, but tell us about it.
Well, it's a genetic thing where the tendons are draw in and it causes your fingers to curl in, and
Yeah,
there's nothing you can
I've
do
seen
about
that.
it. Yeah, and so sometimes my hand will get all cramped up from using the phone, and I also broke both wrists, so sometimes my wrist will hurt, and I can put the Rejuvenate, the Restore on my hands and wrists, and the pain will be gone. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Like nothing else would work, but this stuff works. So just keep putting it on your wrist if you have carpal tunnel. It'll get in there and it'll help. It helps me. And I'm about to have surgery on my hands for the Dupuytren's. I have a doctor that is going to go in and inject some medicine into the tendons, and then I go back in 2 days, and he's going to force the fingers open, and it's a newer type of a therapy, a newer type of a surgery. And my brother-in-law had this done, and his fingers are straight now. So should I be taking the majority of the Rejuvenate and Restore before the surgery, or is it more important after? Would it be important to repair the tendon?
No, it's important the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You're potentiating your body, right, ahead of it, which is a good idea, right? And then after it, it's going to be accelerating the repair. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to stop.
That's right.
Right. Okay. I'm running out a little bit, like my bottle's down to halfway, and I'm wondering if I should save it until after the surgery.
Well,
take plenty of it.
Yeah, so make that judgment. If you need to do that, then by all means go right ahead. Because I would want it that way.
Tell some more people, get some Mito cash so you can order it for free.
Last year you can get some more. And
Yeah, and I have plenty of the cream, which is absolutely phenomenal because I got 2 bottles of it, so that's just awesome. So I got plenty of that to put on. So thank you so much for all that you do for us, giving us these products.
Hey, thank you for letting us be a part of your wellness journey. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, let's jump down to Terry. Terry in North Carolina.
Terry, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hey guys. I just wanted to share something about carpal tunnel that my chiropractor shared with me, and that rubbing just on the wrist, if you're not feeling that helping, there's a nerve that goes from the thumb up to your elbow on the inside, kind of like the side, to the inside of your arm. And if you press on it and rub up the elbow, you'll feel how tender it is. So rub the more Mito all the way up to your elbow. It's also been discovered that the carpal tunnel can even be linked all the way up to the neck. So up to the shoulder and to the neck. So at least getting that nerve that goes all the way up to the elbow will help a lot, besides rubbing it on the wrist. I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Terry. That sounds helpful.
Very helpful.
Oh, how about Charlene McNeely?
Charlene, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Go right ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just happy to hear all the testimonies and how the product is really blessing everybody. And I'm calling because I don't really have a question. I'm out of the product, and Dale, I really need you to call me. I never got my order, and I'm having a lot of health issues, and I'm pretty sure it's because I don't have that product. So please, can you call me? And I don't know what's
Charlene,
happening.
I'll call you as soon as the call's over. I've got your last 9799. I'll call you on this number. We'll get you taken care of.
All right. Thank you. And thank you so much for the product.
Absolutely. It's good to hear from you.
Okay.
All right. Roger, that leaves Melvin. Melvin, I've unmuted you again.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, Logan.
Okay, let me jump down to Anthony. Anthony, go ahead.
Hello, gentlemen. Lady, how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Oh, great.
Yes.
I hear you great. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, I just got a question. I haven't been on the product that long, and I've discovered the doctor's telling me that here shortly down the line I'm going to need some knee replacements on both knees, and I'm trying to cut that. I'm trying to keep that from happening. I can I get some advice on?
Use it multiple times a
Get it
day.
right now.
What
If you
what dose is
if you
this?
go back to last week's call on mobility, which you can get from the announcement, you can go in the announcement where you would log in via the internet. That same link takes you to all the calls, right? You will hear Dan Wade, who is a longtime rheumatoid arthritis sufferer, tell a fascinating story about how he goes to the doctor and they would drain at his knee and it's all that fluid stuff. That's your cartilage being eaten up. Okay? And he has been using Restore Rejuvenate the whole time, and that's how he got over bone on bone. Okay? So it's possible it's being reported. You just got it. The key is get on it, stay on it, use it frequently. If you can do those things, get on it, stay on it, use it frequently, okay? Then you can have some really outstanding results, I believe.
Yeah, and the frequently is the part I'm trying to get. Like, is it gonna say on the call? Because I didn't get on the call last week. The amounts.
Three, 4 times a day. Let's talk about Restore Rejuvenate rather first. 3-4 times a day is not too many. I mean, when you got a problem like that, you want to try to use it about every time you think about it. Okay. And with respect to the dosage level for Restore, the standard dose is 4 milliliters, which is like 4/5 of a teaspoon. You can look at it as a teaspoon, not quite full, which you should split up. If I've got a concerning situation and I can afford it, clearly you should be taking more. More is going to give you a better result, but the same thing. Whatever the total amount you're taking a day is, then you want to split that up, give it more of a time release effect. The only thing about taking it late is that some people get really energized when they take it late. You get some pretty good dreams out of it, typically, but just move it back to where if it happens at all, just move it back to where early in the day. Like I try to get mine over with before 6 o'clock. But some people take it right before they go to bed.
I can take mine at any time. I'm still going to sleep just fine.
On how your body responds.
I have another friend. Okay. I think he said he stops his on the days he does dialysis. Doesn't take it after 3, I think, or something like that. But you just kind of adjust your body to what works for you.
All right, wireless. Give us your name. I've unmuted you.
I'm Raymond. How are you?
Great, Raymond. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I have a family member or a friend also that has a problem with ADD and ADHD. They cannot sleep. They cannot concentrate. Their minds are going 100 miles an hour. They do one subject really well. The next day they forget about it, and it's very disturbing. The whole.
Understood. Let me respond to that because we've seen it. We've been seeing it for years. Okay. One of the things that we're really pleased to report is that once people use this technology, it really has a calming, normalizing effect on those kind of situations. That's what Sonia Harris was just talking about. Her son had ADHD. They're all over the place. And we've seen it now from small children who had it. I'm thinking Ted Bugel called me at Sammy on the phone with him, I think. He was in somebody's house. Kids running all over the place. And in the course of the conversation, they give the child the Restore, and he calms down, but almost like before our eyes or before my ears. I was just on the phone.
Gave him the Restore.
So your body can fix that, right? Just feed it properly. That's all. With our stuff. Okay?
And then one lady actually took the oil and then put it behind the neck.
Yeah, I mean, you
that helps get it into the brain as well.
And
so you can put it on the neck. You can put it on your temples. You can put it around your eyes and helps get into the brain.
But the bottom line of it is, you got something that we know historically has been extremely beneficial to people who have that kind of concern.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to talk to them.
Same thing with autism.
All right. So
thank you.
So give me great. Thank you. Give me Ed Arsenio in Baton Rouge.
And I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, this is Ann from Baton Rouge. And I wanted to report that since the shingles, I am doing much better. The products are doing really good, but I've had a lot of chronic illness, starting with Lyme disease at a very young age, and had my thyroid removed also. So I'm realizing that the Restore and the Rejuvenate are working. It's just taking longer for some of these things. And my question is today, because I have an obesity problem and I'm not losing weight, okay? Is it possible that because it's addressing the mitochondria is addressing some of these other things like parasites and et cetera? That is why I'm not losing any weight?
Well, we know your body's going to act simultaneously on everything at the same time. Weight loss can be a complex situation, though. So let's just have
I have
weight loss.
lymphedema also, Roger.
Okay, understood. So let's talk about weight loss for a second, okay?
Okay.
So with respect to weight loss, it really comes down to you're eating more calories than your body can use. So it has to store it. So then you're going to gain weight or stay at the same weight if you're breaking even on it. So our stuff will help in that it will increase the capacity to use it up. But for you to change your diet, that's going to be huge, and it will be key. You want to, I would suggest, start building your meals around salads, healthy fats, and then sort the way you eat the meal correctly. We create blood sugar spikes for ourselves when we eat carbohydrates first. So
you eat the bread first?
I'll build my salad.
No.
I'm going to put proteins on. I got avocado in there, healthy fat. So if you want to add, olive oil or some healthy oil on top of that, that's fine. But do that first and minimize the carbohydrates and put them last. That'll get rid of the blood sugar spikes and whatnot. And it's making it difficult for your body to manage the situation otherwise. So let's help your body out, okay? And then obviously the other things like get some exercise. If you got lymphedema and it's in your feet, the foot exercises that I gave Sonia Harris, rotating your foot in every direction, because it's like you start at that foot and work your way back up, because you have lymphedema because if it's in your leg and the foot and lower thigh, the lower calf.
It's in my whole body.
Okay, all right. So let's start there because it's backing up. Your blood needs to go in and out, get in and out of your foot. Okay?
Right.
So you need to rejuvenate that whole leg, but mostly it's the exercise. Get walking, get moving. And there's lots of really good stuff on the internet. If you address this as a circulation issue, you can search up all these exercises that I learned, because that's where I found them on the internet. You look for.
I'm using a trampoline, one of those where I'm just walking on it, so that's helping.
Yeah.
I just wondered if any of these other things, like the parasites, could be,
Yeah, I mean, obviously your body has to use those resources on things other than things that might directly pertain to your weight, right?
Yeah.
So that could possibly account for it, but you hit it on the head. I mean, when you have multiple situations that each of which could be challenging in and of themselves, it may require patience.
I got you. And I just wanted to say that because I've had so many things, have been researching a lot, and I've made an appointment with an expert that I felt like was an expert on some of this stuff. But it took a long time for me to get the appointment. So before I started on Restore and Rejuvenate. So now I really feel like I talked to him once, and I feel like I could cancel the appointment, because I think the Restore and the Rejuvenate are taking. I mean, I get parasites, and this is not the most pleasant subject to talk about, but I get parasites out in my stool and my skin all the time since I've been taking Restore and Rejuvenate, rubbing it on my topically and using it. So I'm grateful. So thank you so much for taking my call. And I would like to talk to you about your.
And when you said putting the Rejuvenate on your whole leg,
Call me
this is what
on
I'm talking about.
Star 6.
Rejuvenate gel.
I
Put it on
will.
your whole leg.
If it takes me too long to get back to you, it's not because I don't love you. Okay? So just call me on Star 6.
Thank you,
I mean,
Ken.
I know you have a lot going on. Everybody wants, and I also would like to talk to Dale about something too. About he introduces you as the man that finds the corners in a circle, and I have some ideas about that. So, Dale, thank you. God bless you.
All right,
Great.
Dale.
I'll give you a call too, Ann.
Dale.
All right.
Dale invented that. Okay. Johnny Cruz.
Johnny, I've unmuted you. Give us a say
Okay,
hello,
I'm
ask
taking
your
notes. I
question,
see I'm
Johnny.
taking several pages of notes. Look,
Hello, Johnny. Need to unmute.
knowledge is power.
Unmute. Okay, so
My bad.
go to
Can you hear me now?
okay, you got Johnny.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Johnny.
Can you hear me?
Go right ahead.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes. Dale, I need to I need you to give me a call when you get a chance after the call.
You got it. I'll call you within an hour of us being done here, Johnny.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet.
All right. Norma Green from Atlanta.
Norma, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon. I have two questions. Number one, when using the eye drops, the Pet Life eye drops in
So
your
she's
eyes,
using the Pet Life.
how many drops and how often do you typically do that?
I'm just going to go based on what people have told me. I think you got to play that by ear. We've had people do it 2-3 times a day. And for those listening,
So people are dropping
are thinking about
the
trying it.
Pet Life drops
If
in
you
your
use 3.0,
eyes 2 to
it
3
is going
times a day. And
Yeah,
all the Pet
simply
Life
put black
is
tea in there
the
and
Restore All
citrus
without the
oil,
citrus
but
in
it's
it.
just significantly stronger. But I'm told by Edward Mann that if you close your eyes quickly, it'll minimize it. So that's one thing. The other thing is, if you go do a lot of it, you probably want to go to Pet Life, because Pet Life is much milder.
So this is what we're talking about if you close your eyes quickly.
So we took them out
Because
Pet
this can burn because it has
don't
the
tolerate
citrus in it. But
I
when you
thought
close
that's
your
what I
eyes,
had asked for.
it takes the burning away.
I do have the Pet Life, and that was the product that I was asking about, how the frequency and how many drops at a time.
I see. So just play that by ear, because I think the bigger issue is going to be your tolerance for putting it in your eye to start with. Okay.
Okay.
So start there, and then let's play it by ear and find your right dosage for you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And then the second question is,
So they have droppers in them.
I was on the Monday night call, but Sunday night special call with Dr. Joey, but several people were not able to get on that call. And I thought that one was being recorded as well. Could you send me the link for that call?
I think Dale has that up in the back.
I did that call live. So whether you on Facebook or whether you're on
I'm here.
Health the
The
Wealth
link
Show
is
with
in the
Stephanie,
back office.
you can
I'll
go to
send you
Health the Wealth Show with
I'll send
Stephanie
you a
and go
direct
on
link
our
to it.
playlist, and you can
Thank
find
you.
that call. That's the call where Dr. Joey was actually talking about all those
That was
female
a great
issues.
call. You're
So
correct. Okay.
Right.
very
And
great
several
call.
people have requested
Go
it.
back
Okay.
and
Thank you.
reference that call. Go to Health the Wealth Show
Thank
with
you.
Stephanie on YouTube. Go to playlist, and
Now we
you'll
got
see
Jenny
where
first.
it says something like
All
prenatal,
right, Jenny, I've unmuted you.
postpartum, you name it, but it's talking about all the female
Okay,
issues.
thank you guys for taking my call. Hello, everybody. I wanted to ask a question. This is just a curious question. We have a friend who is having these headaches, and we know that you've suggested to put the Rejuvenate on the temples and perhaps on the back of the neck and so forth.
Temples, the back of the neck, a little bit around your eyes. That also helps go to your
I
brain.
wondered if it would be feasible to put the product
On the bottom of your
the
feet.
top of your head.
You can put it on top of your head. You can put it all over your head. Yeah, Mike Green, heavyweight champion guy. You hear him say, I put the mitochondria all over my head. He shaved his head bald, right? And then he put it all over his head. So
Now we're not saying shave your head. But just you put it in your hair.
yeah, it's
I do
interesting to
that
me
as
that you
well.
put it on the top of your head. It's like so it made it through all that bone and got in your brain anyway, apparently. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Great
you.
question.
Thanks for all the miracles.
And well,
Thank you, Jenny.
And all the people who shared them with us, so we could reshare them.
That's right.
I'm just wanting everybody to really pick up on how you hear me talking about it. Okay. We're not curing this stuff, right? That would be like, again, taking credit for God. What we're doing is just putting these resources at the feet of your body, so to speak, and it picks it up and runs with it. Okay, that's really what it is. So everybody else does conditions, we do mitochondria, and you should always be representing it that way. Okay, so we're just about done. This call's going to end in 6 minutes. We're going to take 2 more calls. So if you got another hand to come up, you need to do it now. Is Melvin Arnold's hand back up, or is it just never got put down?
It's back up.
Go back to him.
Talk to him.
All right, Melvin, go ahead.
Yeah, you didn't talk to him.
Yeah, hi guys again. Yeah, one thing just to repeat what Roger said first of all, that I've been learning even about the presentation, the training I'm doing also too. When people are saying the product does this, the product does that, let's do our best not to say the product does this, the product does that. Let's remember to say our body does. Our body does, not the product does. Our body does. And then the other thing is, it looks like a lot of people wanted to hear the location. It's the New York Cosman Temple at 1653 Bedford Avenue. 1653 Bedford Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11225. 11225 for the zip code. At 4 p.m. and at 8 p.m. An hour of presentation and an hour of training. Thanks again, guys. Man, I'm having so much fun with this. Back to you.
Right.
Thank you, Melvin.
Can you write that down, Dale? So the people that miss it, if they call customer service, you got it all that in?
Yeah, listen, everybody, if you want to know more about it, send a text to the phone number. We'll make sure you get the location for what Melvin's doing today. Melvin, I'm going to call you back just to confirm it.
Okay, A. Truesdale got his hand up inside of that 6 minutes. Let's go to A. Truesdale.
A. Truesdale, I've unmuted you. Go ahead. Truesdale in Newark, New Jersey. Phone ends in 3731. Did you have a question?
Yeah. Can you hear me? My name is Aisha, New Jersey. I'm a Jeannie Clark person. I've been listening to the calls for about 2.5 months. I believe I was down in Atlanta where my daughter is. And I had a rotary cuff issue and 2 fractures in the knee over a year ago. I'm now back to work, but I had a cold blue in the month of June, only 1 month at my job. And it was high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes, along with finding out it was actually pneumonia. I have a brother that had glaucoma, and I know that it's like you say, it's a mitochondrium that balances the body. The body is miraculous, and I love y'all for explaining that because everybody will have different results at different times. So where I'm at is that my order should be here any minute. I ordered it Wednesday, and unfortunately it wasn't there today for me to get to the nursing home for the rejuvenate with his eyes. But could you just explain to me between the shoulder, the knee, the high blood pressure, the diabetes, and the blindness, how much is it supposed to be taken and how to do the restore and the rejuvenate?
I refer to it as a high-tech salad dressing to suggest how safe it is. So you can take as much as you want. I mean, the reason we're dose conscious is because of pharmaceuticals, and they're being very dose conscious because they're controlled substances. They're dangerous. Okay?
And these are not. These are not controlled substances. These are not medications.
Not like that. So you can
take as much as you want.
You can afford. And it'll be fine. Okay, like I said, if you have a detox episode,
It's
You just need to
olive oil
turn it
base.
down
You can
until
put
you
it
get
on
past it, then you can go back up again.
healthy
And
salad.
when you got a lot going on, and what I call out most often, Bill Critchfield comes to us having had 7 strokes and 6 heart attacks. It was on 19 medications. Okay, so he triple dosed his way off of all of them. You also heard Millie talk about earlier. She triple dosed herself also.
Mm-hmm.
And
triple dose means taking this
now, of course,
Restore All 3 times a day. Okay.
So
3 times a day,
situational and
meaning
it's
that you will go through 3 bottles of the Restore All in 1 month.
Try your best just to stay on it, though. So I would rather you take less but be able to stay on it than to take a bunch and then you gotta wait till you can buy some more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I understand. I'm grateful and appreciative for all the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and all the testimonials. It's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Could you all give us the Dr. Dan's number for after this call?
No, the Dr. Dan's call has been moved before the call because we were running, it was a conflict because of how long the Q&A was running. So you have to catch it next week or get the recording this week.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
And that is a paid call. So when you go in your back office of your free customer website, you will scroll down to the bottom, and the last item that you can order is for the Dr. Dan's call. It's very informative.
Rotary cup, and they have already recommended a second surgery. So I appreciate all the work that you guys do and what you're doing, and I'm sharing it even with my daughter with 6 herniated discs in Atlanta. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, even long-term COVID, with my son in the military with his heart, 28 years old. So, yeah, it is a miracle in a bottle, and I'm looking forward to it. And I am going to be doing a vending event August 10th. It's called Disease Prevention. So, thank you so much.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, so the 5 minutes is up. The 5 minutes is up. The last person is Barbara Pruitt, and then we're going to talk to Dr. Joey. So, give me Barbara.
All right. Barbara, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hi. I'm wondering if it makes a difference if you take the product on an empty stomach.
So, I take it on an empty stomach at least once a day because that's the first time I take it. It's going to be on an empty stomach.
I take it on an empty stomach
now,
all the time.
By far, the most important thing is for you to take it. Mm-hmm. So, particularly like those subsequent doses, I'll take that. I'm going to have lunch in a little while. I'll take a second dose before or after it. I've not been able to see a difference. I've been able to see a difference whether or not you put it under your tongue, right? But in some situations, if you're going to take it with food, then you're kind of giving it a time release effect. It's going to be slow metabolized. When you put it on an empty stomach, you're going to see it show up in your urine pretty fast because it's processing fast enough to slow it down. Okay, and so just work with that and see if you can tell a difference in your own personal situation. Okay.
Okay. So you think it could be more effective on an empty stomach, maybe?
Situationally, like I said, I take every day on the empty stomach. That first dose is going to be on the empty stomach. Okay, it's going to get direct access. And but I don't know that that's better for everybody in every situation. I'm suggesting that you experiment and see.
Okay. Alrighty. And another question, a quick question. The Rejuvenate. Have you heard anybody talk about using it as a cream to do a lymphatic massage?
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Okay.
We had someone report on that. It was a young lady that was on the call with us on Sunday. She started using for her situation. She has edema and everything, and Dr. Joey was advising her to do it as well. And she got immediate results that way. But the edema situation you're going to have to work with that. You got the massage and you got the exercising it and you got the putting our stuff on there, right? And again, frequently, 3-4 times, however many times a day is not too many. But the mechanical manipulation, giving your body a chance to rid itself of that is pretty important.
Okay, I don't have edema. I don't know what it is, but I just wanted to improve my drainage pathways.
Yeah, the jumping on a trampoline, the exercise and all of that will absolutely enhance it. And then putting our stuff on. If there's any like residual or low-level inflammation that's causing an issue there, it's going to help it. That's typically what's happening. That's how your body uses it.
Okay, thank you much.
All right.
Thank you, Barbara.
Dr. Joey. And everybody else
All right.
call me back.
Dr. Joey, so great to have you with us. Go ahead.
Hey.
All right.
I got a little background noise, so forgive me. So please go ahead.
Not a problem. So we talked to Millie earlier about the HIV. You're doing a study with us on that. I thought you might have a word you wanted to say.
I have a couple. And thank you so much for the opportunity and giving me a little nudge. I'm at this conference, and when I saw you texted, I was like, let me step out. The thing that is exciting about Millie is, number one, her faith to jump out and say, I'm going to triple dose on this. Now, mind you, she had a little nudge because she had relocated, and in that 3-week time period, she couldn't get her prescription meds. So she was feeling a little bit of concern, a little bit of anxiety, and I dare say a little bit of fear about being without the meds. But what she did, instead of doing anything that we would consider to be crazy, she grabbed this Mito, she triple dosed on it, and when she finally got into the doctor
on the Restore All,
and they were able to do labs to determine how much of these HIV meds she still needs to take, she had allowed her body to make enough of her CD4 count that she was back up to 1,000 and in normal range, and her doctor was fighting with her about, why are you even trying to get meds? Something's wrong with you. You don't have HIV. So I love the fact that we're able to take advantage of the things that Yah has made for us. And I say often, I said on the Sunday Zoom, I say many other times, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. They're perishing. That scripture was there for 6, and then there's another one in Revelations that I always use. Believe it for the healing of the nation. A lot of us are taking so many supplements because we hear that it's good for this, it's good for that, but we don't necessarily have the knowledge as to how to put it together in the right combination so that it can be absorbed, and so then one is not canceling the other one out. And then also, a lot of us don't have that NASA education. We don't have that PhD that Dr. Devin has. So we're in a place where we've got a product that was specifically designed to get into the cell, get into the mitochondria, and then cause those cells of the mitochondria to do what they need to do. So we were able to see with Millie how those numbers came up in a very few weeks. And I'm watching that same thing happen with a number of other people. Whether Leola was on the call or not, we had a diagnosis of a rectal cancer that was malignant, and she just put a little dab into the rectum every night before she went to bed, as she was taking Restore orally. Within 3 weeks, when they did the biopsy, no cancer. So I'm watching miracles happen from the things that Yah has put out in our environment, and the absolute honor for us to be in a position where there were people, Roger Hill and Dr. Devin Elliott and Dale and Dr. Dan, these folks came together to make sure that they could reach us so that we could take care of some of the things and let our bodies heal themselves of some of the things that we're not supposed to be able to reverse. So that's the first thing I want to say. Second thing, you don't have to have a diagnosis of HIV in order for this to benefit your immune system. Just look at that as the poster child for it. Her white blood cell count came up so magnificently. So guess what? And all of those other viruses and such that you might be exposed to, the threat of pandemic and coronavirus and SARS-CoV and all these other things, just know that you've got something in hand that has already proven to increase an immune system. So let's take advantage of that and use the products and the food that we've gotten. That takes me to one of the questions that I came in where the woman was asking, do you take it on an empty stomach or you take it with food? And Roger perfectly answered, it's situational. However, he does his on an empty stomach, and the food is time release. So breaking that down, if you understand when you put something into an empty stomach, that's the only thing that your stomach, your intestines have to work on to absorb. It gets into your system faster, and it can do the job faster because it doesn't have to wait its turn past a potato or a spinach, a salad. You can even eat wonderful food, but when you're mixing the more mito into that, you have to allow those foods to get digested and absorbed at the same time. So it's going to slow down the release or the absorption of the more mito. Now, that's not always a bad thing. So there are some people that just don't like the taste or won't take it, and you got to slide it under the table into their applesauce or in their peanut butter, whatever you need to do. Maybe even add it as part of their salad recipe, because we've been told many times, by Roger, this is a high-fat salad recipe. You can't take it too much. So whatever way you need to get it in, you get it in. And then the thing that I found for myself, yes, taking it on an empty stomach is wonderful. I take smaller dosages for myself, and I found out that it works better. So instead of me taking all 4 milliliters at one time, when I started taking 2 and 2, or even 1, 1, 1, 1, and we had, oh my goodness, magnificent testimonial call where people were talking about how they did this 1 milliliter every hour on the hour. You guys have to listen to that. But I found myself when I take smaller amounts, my body seems to increase the absorption even faster, and I feel a little bit more energized, have a little bit more endurance. And then the other young lady that was speaking that has, I think she said, a son that's a veteran that has heart challenges, and somebody else in the family had back pain. I leaned back onto Khadijah's testimonial where she was in a truck accident, it was a head-on collision, and she was aching everywhere. The pain pills were not working. And what she had her husband do, someone was gracious enough to bring some of that Restore and the Rejuvenate over. Then he brought that Rejuvenate onto her body before the courier that was kind enough, Reggie, to bring that product to her. Before he could leave the subdivision, Khadijah was out of pain. So whatever is going on that spine, you make sure that you have someone applying it up and down the spine, and maybe off to the side to catch those muscles that might be getting challenged or pinched. And make sure you're doing that 2, 3, 4 times a day. Again, you can't do it too often. I've done it with some of the patients in the hospital that have had issues. And again, within minutes, we see and notice a change. And then the other thing she mentioned was the heart for, I think, her son. I used to be very anemic because I had some heavy cycles a while ago because I was eating a whole bunch of herbs and things that had phytoestrogen, the high amount of plant-based estrogen. The plants were good. So things like, peppermint oils, and rosemary, and tea tree, and all these, they're good. But if you combine too many of them together at the same time, you're giving yourself doses of estrogen. My cycles got really heavy, got really anemic, and I started having weird heartbeats, palpitations, PVCs, where the heart would just go, and then they'd go back to normal beats. And you're like, what in the world? I got my blood count up, doing the natural things that needed to be done. And I showed you what foods to eat, what things to avoid, what things to stop taking, to stop slathering all these things, the lotions, deodorants that would have those things. And after I got my blood count up, the only thing that didn't change, that heart rate was still regular every once in a while, until I started rubbing that Rejuvenate on my chest over my heart. And when I started doing that, those PVCs, the regular things that would just make you catch your breath for a moment, like, I need to go see somebody, and they're gone. Now those things have completely decreased, and in most instances gone. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm excited for the opportunity to share with some people. Thank you, Roger, for the opportunity. If there was anything else you wanted me to cover, let me know.
Well, stay with me a second. I want to add Teresa Scott, who you were with on last Sunday.
That was the other thing, yes, the lymphatic, yes, perfect.
Teresa.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing? I'm blessing everyone.
Okay.
Hey,
go right ahead.
If y'all didn't hear the
what I
call
wanted
from
to
Sunday,
say about the
go on
lymphedema
Health
thing is that it took me like a couple
Health
months
the Wealth Show
before
with
my body
Stephanie
started,
on YouTube.
I was detoxing at first, and
And you
I
can
didn't
locate
stop.
it there.
I kept
That's
on
the call
taking
about
it.
the women's
I
health.
just spoke to my body. I was like, listen, you're going to work, and I was here for the detox. But what I do find, too, is that with the lymphedema is that I've been rubbing my legs, rubbing my feet. And so I was just seeing the lymphedema was on whatever the top part of your body. And I've been doing exercise. I actually did exercise for the first time, like 20 minutes straight. 15 administration. I have not done that in years. So I see how the product is working and it's building my stamina. So I would to use the product, to rub it all over your body. Just rub it, especially with the lymphedema. My legs, since I've been rubbing my legs are doing so much better. They're not as tight. They were so tight that I couldn't even bend them. Like, I can get in the bed by myself at night. That's how much like the weight of them, like, they were so heavy, it felt like I had like a 25 pound leg, literally trying to lift it up by yourself at night. And so, since I've been using it on my shoulders, because I have sprung both of my shoulders. So thank you, Miss Joy, for just encouraging me. And you have to believe too. You have to believe that your mitochondria, like I speak to my mitochondria. I was like, mitochondria, you are 100% restored, and you are. That's what the Bible says. That it said, I wish above it to prosper and be in good health as your soul prosper. So right. I believe it. I speak to I said, mitochondria, I know you haven't been working, but it's time to start working now. It's time to get restored. So I speak to it. And because I speak to my body and I believe
into existence.
But I want to encourage someone, is like, imagine yourself doing something that you never did. Like, I'm getting ready to put up on the wall and just speak life over it. I'm telling you, it works, y'all. My eyes are better. My breathing is better. I was on so much asthma medicine. And another thing, Mr. Roger, that happened to me is that I don't have to take as much pain medicine. I was taking 900 milligrams of Motrin a day. If I take 400, that is it. I am down to 400. And my pressure's been there good. My blood sugar's been there good. I'm telling you, it works. But we have so much to fight. When you have the lymphedema, you have so much to fight. You have a lot to fight through. So just keep on, my dear sisters and brothers who are dealing with it. Don't give up. Don't give up. And I'm sitting at the for about half an hour.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that, and thank you again for that real act of bravery that you showed in initiating what ended up being that call we did last Sunday. So thank you again, Teresa.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Joey. I'm going to let everybody go. On Monday night, when we continue part 2 of this, I'm going to get into vaccine. Yeah, we're going to go there. All right? Because this is about immune stuff,
so
right?
I definitely want to tune in on
we'll
Monday.
See you next time. We'll see you tomorrow for the compensation plan webinar.
And tomorrow we're talking about the compensation. Tune in, same place.
We'll see you there, okay? Take care.
Was that not an awesome conference call, y'all? You hear all the testimonies. You hear the people sharing about, their success that they've had with the Mormitos products, whether it's the Restore All, Rejuvenate Gel, Pet Life. Remember the Pet Life, you can use it for pets as well as for humans, because all it is the Restore All minus the citrus, and it may be something else that is minus. And the citrus is what kind of, when those you hear people talking about, they use it in their eyes, they help grow their mitochondria so that their eyesight gets better. Well, the citrus, when you first drop it in, then it burns a little bit, right? So this is one of the droppers. You can see when you first drop it in there, then it may sting a little bit, right? But as soon as you close your eyes, it takes that oxygen away, and then it'll stop the stinging. If you don't want to deal with that, or you're not strong enough to deal with the stinging real quick, before you close your eyes, then you could use the Pet Life. Now, do you get the exact same results? No, because this has a little less in there. It doesn't have the citrus and something else. But you still get great results. A lot of people still getting great results. But if you want the best results, then you can use the Restore All and drop it in there. And then also use the Rejuvenate Gel. Now, before Dr. Bevan Elliott made the Restore All, this is how we were getting our results for the eyesight. Was just with the Rejuvenate Gel. There was nothing mixed in it or anything. Y'all know now we take one dosage of the Restore All and we put it in the Rejuvenate Gel and we shake it up. One dosage is 4 milliliters. So it's going to either be 4 droppers filled to the 1 milliliter line. There's a line on here that says 1 milliliter. So it's going to be 4 droppers I don't know if you can see it. That first line says 1 milliliter. So you're going to do 4 of those. Or if you want to make it real simple, get a teaspoon and just take a teaspoon and put it in here. Shake it up. Or if you're taking it, just taking it by itself, then you can, just take the teaspoon, and that's 1 dosage. Okay. And, so I want to share a couple of other things. So a lot of people want to know, how do you get the products for free? Y'all, whenever we're doing, when we go live, I have people that may be texting me. I have people that may be sending me messages on YouTube. This time I went live on my Success on Stephanie channel on YouTube as well, because, we need to reach as many people as possible. So I decided to go live on that one as well. People send me messages on Facebook. So I'm going to answer a couple of those. So someone asked, how to get your products for free. Well, how do you get these products for free? As we mentioned, you have to be referred to the company. You can't just call them and, say you want to get the products. Somebody referred you. You found out about it some way, whether you went on YouTube and you found out about it, through my channel or, or someone else. You want to make sure you get their username. And so that is how a person is attached to you. So like my website is www.moremito.com/S Alfred. That's moremito.com/SALFORD. Mito is short for mitochondria. Okay. Then the S Alfred is my username. So that is what ties everyone to myself, right? So if you were going to my website, then you would go to moremito.com/S Alfred. You would click join. If you're on the computer, click join. If you're on your cell phone, you're going to click menu, then join. And then you would click referring customer, because you want to make sure you set up to get your products for free, right? So you click referring customer. If you're not a referring customer, you do not get the More Mito bucks. So you click referring customer, and then all the information is on there. They ask you for a username, your email, your password, your country, your address, your phone number, and then you hit register. Once you hit register, your website is up just like that. So say for instance, if you were referred by David Scott, then you will go to moremito.com/D Scott, and you will do the same thing that I just told you to do. If you were referred by Miss Irma Jean Myers, you would go to moremito.com/Irma Myers and do the same thing. So, and so on. So you want to make sure you get back with the person that referred you, because it's only fair, because they're the ones that referred you, right? And then you go and you create your free website. Once you create your free website, then that's how you can go in there and you can order. But we're talking about how you actually get your free products. Then you will share it with other people. So say for instance, Cindy, needs some products, because, again, nobody's mitochondria is 100%, right? So this is available for everybody. So even people that say, oh, I'm 100% healthy, they just don't know that they're not 100% healthy, because nobody is 100% healthy, right? So everybody has something going on, whether they realize it or not. You can be feeling like the greatest person in the world, but you definitely have something going on in your body. You're not 100%. Okay. So you share it with Cindy, or share it with Joe, or, whoever. Well, they will go to your website. Just like you go to my website or whoever's website that refers you, they'll go to your website, they will click join, they click referring customer, create their free website. They are now attached to you. Each time they place an order, then you'll get more Mito bucks. And you'll be able to go in your back office. And if you want to know how you go in your back office, if you go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie on YouTube, I'll go to our playlist, go under More Mito Tools. We have a video showing you how to go into your back office. And you go into your back office and you'll place your order. We have a video that shows you how to place an order on there as well. So, and each time they place their order, you get more Mito bucks, and they add up. So I'm just going to give you an example, like David Scott. David took it serious. David has a lot of things going on. He was he had gone to the doctor. They basically told him that he was going blind, because he really couldn't see. He couldn't see colors. He could see like your image or your outline of your face is what I think he actually told me. He's diabetic, he's on dialysis, he has high blood pressure. David had neuropathy. He has a lot of things going on with him. And I have been talking to David for a while for him to seriously get on the products and take his health seriously, right? And it wasn't that he wasn't taking his health seriously, but he didn't fully listen, right? And so he began to listen. In May, he got his products. He ordered his bundle. This is a bundle. He went on there. He ordered a Restore Oil, Rejuvenate Gel, and anytime you order a bundle, you get a free Rejuvenate Gel. Whether you get the bottle of the Rejuvenate Gel, or you can request the minis, which are the travel size. But you get a free Rejuvenate Gel for any of our orders. Oh, not any of our orders, correct. Any of our bundles. When you order any bundle, you get a free Rejuvenate Gel. So David, we went in there, we ordered his bundle, right? Then David, he knows a lot of people, and again, he's going to dialysis. So he shared this with, it's a few of his people, and most of them are people that work on dialysis or that are on dialysis. And so after sharing it, I know he shared it with at least 5 people, right? And it may not, it may have only been 3 when he actually had earned enough money in his back office to actually earn his products, because some people ordered like a super bundle. You want to know what a super bundle is? It's 2 Restore Oils, and then because you're paying for 2 Restore Oils and you get a Rejuvenate Gel free. Again, with our bundles, you always get a Rejuvenate Gel free, right? So we have some people that ordered 2 of those. I had one lady that we did her order for that's connected to David, and she ordered a regular bundle, which is a Rejuvenate Gel, and you're getting 2 1 Restore Oil, and you get 2 Rejuvenate Gels. And then she also ordered a super bundle, which is 2 Restore Oils and 1 Rejuvenate Gel, right? So, and the reason why she ordered all that at the same time is because she wanted to take her situation seriously. She's on dialysis, and she wanted to take her Restore Oil 3 times a day. So by her getting both bundles, she was able to have enough to take her Restore Oil 3 times a day. This is a 30-day supply. So if you take the regular dosage, which is 4 milliliters, whether you take it 4 droppers at the 1 milliliter line, or you take a teaspoon, that's 1 dose. So this bottle will last 30 days. So if you're going to take it aggressively and take it 3 to 4 times a day, if you're going to take it 3 times a day, you're going to need 3 bottles. And that is why she ordered the super bundle and the regular bundle, right? We also have a power bundle. We have a lot of people ordering a power bundle. Power bundle is 2 of the Restore Oils, and you get 2 of the Rejuvenate Gels. So anyway, so because David had multiple people to order, he was gaining all this more Mitobucks in his back office. And when he gained the more Mitobucks in his back office, when it came time for his next order in June, he called me and he was like, Stephanie, I don't see where it came out of my account. He has Navy Federal, right? So Navy Federal sends you information when something is taken out of your account, or when something is deposited in your account, right? So I haven't seen the money come out for my order. You sure my order is on the way? I said, David, your order is definitely on the way, because I had checked it once before when he had asked, right? And so I knew his order was on the way. He was like, go back in there again and check, because the money has not come out my account. Well, I said, David, remember I told you how much you had in your back office? I said, that was more than enough to cover your order. I said, I'm pretty sure we have it checked in your, on your auto ship for you to, for it to take your Mormito cash first, right? Before hitting your credit card, right? And now, mind you don't have to do an auto ship, but if you're serious about your health and you want to make sure you get your products every month, then you want to do an auto ship, right? And that's what most people do, is they do an auto ship. Again, it's not required, but you want to make sure you don't run out of your products, then you do your auto ship, and that way you'll get your products in enough time when you do not run out. So anyway, so I went back in there. I said, David, yes, it is checked for it to take your more Mitobucks. I said, and I told him the amount of more Mitobucks. I said, so your order is on the way. I Send him his tracking number, because when you go in your back office, this is just another reason why Mr. Hill has everybody to have a free customer website, so that you can go in your back office and you can see the tracking, right? I can't see your tracking from my back office. I can see everybody's connected to me, but I cannot see your tracking from my back office, right? However, when you go on your website and go in your back office, you can see your tracking. You click on that tracking number, it will track that all the way to it's delivered to you. And when I tell you, he was excited when he got his product and got on the product. But that's the way that you can track your order to your door. And so, and I guess it has a new function also, because I actually received something this week, and I got it on the day that it was supposed to be here, and then a couple of days later it said check your front door, whatever. Your order has been delivered, which I got it actually on that day. But that's just another follow-up that they have on there, that the company that it was shipped, mine actually came UPS this time, right? So UPS had notified Mito that the order had been delivered, and so that's just another thing that they had put in place, because I got a text saying that. And I just think that that's awesome. Mr. Hill does a great job with things that he has set up, for this. So just like if you're an organization that need to do a fundraiser, we have free fundraisers. This is a fundraiser that will go 365 days a year, because guess what? Everybody needs to be healthy, right? Everybody needs to get their mitochondria strong. So this will work for everybody. So you do it as a fundraiser, and I can explain to you another time on how to do it as a fundraiser, and it'll be money coming to your group 365 days a year. Isn't that not awesome? And it's a totally free fundraiser, because a lot of fundraisers, you have to put up money or you have to do certain things. This is a totally free fundraiser. So you want to get with us so you can find out how to do it as a fundraiser. Whether your sports group, whether whether you're a church organization, nonprofit organization, you name it. This is one of the free fundraisers that you can do. Okay, so I have shared how you can get your product for free, like someone asked. People are asking, how do you create your website? I've gone over that as well, but you can go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. And by the way, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, because our Success on Stephanie, which I went live on there today, because YouTube will put this in front of more and more people. And we know everybody needs to get their mitochondria healthy, right? So if you go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, go to our playlist, and then you go to more Mito tutorials, we have a video on there which shows you how to create your website. Somebody asked about the dosage. I mentioned a dosage on what a regular dosage is. I mentioned that just a few minutes ago when we talked about that. We said that a regular dosage of the Restore Oil is 4 milliliters, which is 4 droppers filled to the 1 milliliter line. Again, there's notches on here. So the top one, sometimes it doesn't show well when we do this, but the top one is 1 milliliter. So you fill it to that top line, which is 1 milliliter, 4 times. So 4 droppers equals 1 regular dose. Or if you want to be simple, just get a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon will be 4 milliliters. Okay. So those of y'all that have things like diabetes, high blood pressure, HIV, AIDS, autism, you name it, ADHD, and you want to, and many more, you want to hit it aggressively, you want to take it multiple times a day, then if you're taking it one time a day, I just explained the dosage. If you need 1 bottle a month. If you're taking it 2 times a day, then you're gonna need 2 bottles for the month, right? So you'll take 2 doses a day. If you're going to take it 3 times a day, 3 bottles a month. If you take it 4 times a day, 4 bottles a month. If you're doing the Rejuvenate Gel, again, we take 1 dose of the Restore Oil and we put it in Rejuvenate Gel, makes it even more potent. It's potent by itself, right? And then you want to put the top back on, you want to shake it up real good, and that makes it even more potent. But again, if you're taking certain things aggressive, you have inflammation, several things, you have spots, you have eye issues or whatever, you want to take this, and a minimum 3 to 4 times a day. If you're putting it on your eyes, you want to take it, you want to rub it completely around your eyes 3 or 4 times a day. and you can hit it aggressively. Sometimes I do it more than 3 or 4 times a day. And when I tell you it's definitely changed my eyesight, I no longer have the restriction on my driver's license because I took the initiative and I put the Rejuvenate gel on my eyes 3 to 4 times a day, and sometimes more than that. If you have hearing problems, then you want to take the Rejuvenate gel and you want to rub it around your ear, completely around your ear. Put it in your ears. There's a bone behind your ear. You want to take that bone and you want to tap it 30 times. It wakes up the, I don't know if they called it a cell, but anyway, you'll hear it on several of our calls where they're talking about that. But you want to tap it 30 times. You want to do both ears the same way. Tap this ear bone back there 30 times and this one back there 30 times. But again, that's after you put it completely around your ears and put it in your ears. That's doing the Rejuvenate gel. And we've had several people that were either deaf or had hearing issues, and it helped with that. In other words, it built your mitochondria up, and then it helped to build your it helped with those cells and everything that affects your hearing. Some people may hear a pop. We've had people report that they've heard a pop in their ear. We had people that all of a sudden heard it sound like a chip bag rattling, is the way they explained it, and that was their hearing coming back in. And then some people, didn't hear any of that, but then can now hear better. If you have problems speaking, somebody said they had problems speaking. So whether you've had a stroke or you name it, if you want to hear testimonials on that, if you go to Health Wealth Show with Stephanie, there is one that I go on the playlist and go under strokes. You'll hear a testimonial with Nancy, and then you'll also hear one where we did with Miss Dina, and they both were having neurological problems, right? And so what I did was I had them take one regular dose of the Restore Oil, and then what we did with the Rejuvenate gel is you definitely want to go from here down, all around, putting the Rejuvenate gel, because you're having a problem speaking, right? So this is getting in there. You can put it around your neck, put it around your eyes, because all this gets into your brain. And again, like Miss Dina, she had instant response. You'll hear her even share how she had the instant response. Nancy, it took her just a little while, but because at first I used to have to ask her multiple times, okay, say it again. Okay, and I would get little bits and pieces. Each time she said something, I could pick more and more words that she was saying out. And then one day, one of my friends, Cherie, she could hear her talking in the background. She's like, "Is that Nancy?" She was like, "I can understand her. I can understand what she's saying." Yeah, that's because we took the Rejuvenate gel and we rubbed it on her multiple times a day, right? So again, these are like high-tech salad dressing. You can never use them too many times. So if you need to rub it on there 10 or 20 times a day, you can do that, okay? It is not going to hurt you. This is not medication. Most people in the mindset of thinking it's medication. Oh, am I going to overdose or whatever? It is not medication. These are all natural products. So you can take them multiple times a day and, get your results. So again, I've shared how you can get your products for free. I've shared how you can do your regular dosage. I've shared how you create your website. I've shared several things, so you want to get back with the person that referred you, or if you referred by myself or someone that's attached to myself. Well, if you refer by myself or attached to, any of my channels or whatever, and nobody else refers you, then you want to go to mormito.com/S-Alfred. Make sure you get back with the person, get their website. Even if you're calling in your order, you have to be in the system first. So you have to create your totally free customer website. So everybody has a customer free website. Oh, so I missed one. Someone asked, can you actually make money off this? I talked about how you get your products for free. So that's different from the Mormito cash is different from where you can put the regular cash out. So the Mormito cash is where you use the Mormito cash for products, to order your products, right? There is a way for you to actually earn cash, and a lot of people earn well in doing this. You will need to go into your back office, and you will go under your my information, and you will change your status to paid representative. Once you change it to paid representative, you fill out the tax form. And then from that point on, so anything you did before then, you were getting the Mormito cash for it, right? Or Mormito bucks. From the time that you change to paid representative, from that point on, any orders that come in, you can now pull it out as cash. So and you'll need to go back there and see what the options are, because the options do change from time to time. Now one of the options is, to have it put in your bank account. You can have it put in your bank account. I'm not going to name the other options because some of those options may have changed, and I don't want somebody to say, oh, well, she said this. You go back in your back office and you can see the options on how to do that. Somebody asked, how can you transfer to somebody else, or can you transfer some of your bucks to somebody else? Yes, you can. Our system is very user friendly. Like for instance, what David did, because he was earning a lot of the Mormito, because he was telling a lot of people. Well, then his wife saw his improvement and how his mobility got better and everything, right? So she began to take his products, right? So that meant, now mind you, I told you this is a 30-day supply. So if you're trying to share it with somebody else, it's not going to last you 30 days. So his wife started taking his product, and he was like, oh, well, she's going to have her own products because I need my products. Nothing negative about that. Is he's taking it very serious on how he's trying to improve his health, or how he's improving his health, right? So he ordered her own products, right? So what we did was we transferred some of the Mormito bucks from his back office to her back office. So again, her website was created by going to his website and clicking join, etc., right? And then we went into her back office. We went in his back office, transferred some Mormito bucks to her, right? And so, husbands take care of their wives take care of their husbands, right? And so when we transferred the Mormito bucks into her back office, then we were able to go into her back office and create her order for free. So not only was he earning enough to get his orders for free, he's also earning enough where he can get his wife's order for free, right? So he got her products sent to her so she can take her own products, right? And she's just loving it, right? And to her knowledge, she didn't, she said she didn't have anything going on with her body, but because she saw the improvement in her husband, she saw how his mobility got better. She saw how his eyesight was getting better. She saw how, he was getting better with his high blood pressure and diabetes and everything, right? So she just felt that she needed it. And that is what we're trying to get people to do, because a lot of people think that they don't have things going on. So whether it gave her more energy, whether, it's just multiple things that it can do, right? And so now she's earning he was able to get her products for free, right? And then she's telling other people about the products. And I understand that, some of her people were on listening to the conference call today, as well as some of people that David invited. Again, messages that I received while we're doing this, right? So again, that's how you share it. That's how you get your products for free. So anybody can get their products for free. Just go share it with other people. Me, when I first got on the products, like I said, we didn't have the Restore Oil at the time. Dr. Beverly had not created that yet. We had the Rejuvenate Gel. So I was taking this for my migraines at first, right? This is what helped me with my migraines. And I was, rub it on my temples, rub it around my eyes, rub it on my neck. You can rub it on the bottom of your feet because you have pressure points on your feet. Anywhere you have pressure points here too. Anywhere you have the pressure points, you want to use the product, right? And so this is what first helped me with my migraines. I was taking multiple prescriptions that was not taking the pain away. It had me to a point where it was manageable. In other words, I could tolerate it because I had it pain every day from my migraines. I had to learn to live at that time, because I had not been introduced to the products. I had to learn to live with pain. So I got to the point where I was learning to live with pain, and people could tell my facial expression each day of how I was living with pain, right? And so I began to use the products, and when I used the products, the Rejuvenate Gel is what took my migraines away. And so when and then when I noticed that it took my migraines away, I had another instance, where let me back up. I was able to wean myself off of the migraine medicine because, like I said, they weren't taking the pain away. I dealt with the pain on a daily basis, and then when we got to the point where I couldn't stand it anymore, then I would go to the hospital. I would get a shot, and then it would take my pain back down to where I could just tolerate that. All this from dealing with migraines, y'all. So you want to take your health seriously. You want to do the things and get your mitochondria strong so that your body can fix itself. And that helped me with that. I have several other testimonies. Like I tell people, I used to have my own little pharmacy because I had multiple medications, right? And when I had multiple medications, um, it equaled up to like me having my own little pharmacy. You'll hear testimonials on people that say that they were on 18 medications, 20 something medications and everything, and they no longer taking it. That's because they got their mitochondria built up. So, give me 1 second. Let's see other questions that people may have asked. I think I pretty much hit most of them. But if you have other questions, you can put comments on there. If you want to text me a question, I'm gonna give you my number. You can text, and we'll try to. And it'll make a difference whether you're connected to me or whether you connect to somebody else. I have people that contact me all the time that are connected to other people. But what I ask everybody to do is, because I do have full schedules, if you would text me and then we can set a time, make sure you put your name as well, and we'll set a time that works for both of us where we can actually speak. Don't just pick up the phone and call me, because a lot of times I'm busy and I'm unavailable. So you can text 817-320-2571. Again, that's 817-320-2571. And again, include your name and we'll try to get your questions answered. So we hope that you have enjoyed the health information that you receive. We hope that everybody under the sound of our voices today will get on the product, whether you refer it by myself, whether you refer it by someone else. You owe it to yourself to get your mitochondria strong. So again, have a wonderful day.